Hi, everybody. Chat worked. Can I get a let's go? God is out there. Haven't opened, Disco Elysium yet. Give me a second. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Open, please. Speak. Okay. She is being opened, and we all know how that fucking goes. Steam, I have never needed you to open. Probably ever. So please feel free to stop doing that. It really drives me up the wall. Okay. She is opening now. Happy for her. Hmm. Truffle loves to yell. Okay, let's fucking get in there. What will happen? I think we're supposed to go up to Kosh's room, if I recall correctly. And I'm sure that's the case. This game loves to load. I think it's its favorite activity. Oh, wow, it crashed. The game doesn't want me to play. Okay. Surely she'll work this time. A good start, to be sure. All right, we are so back. You see gleaming white enamel, no bottles inside. The Stereo 8 player has been reunited with its right speaker. Newly replaced glass shining in the morning light. Was this open before? Oh. Oh, it's Kim's room. The alarm is set for 6:50 a.m. Medicinal supplies on the cupboard. Curochrome, a scalpel, antibiotics.
These papers bear the stamp of the RCM. They appear to be fragments of the lieutenant's paperwork, half finished. You make out notes on this and other recent cases.
I had Garth open the door to your room. You were running a low bacterial fever the first night.
I was dead for a moment.
Back there on the plaza, I think you very nearly had a heart attack. Alcoholism has damaged you more than bullets have. We should go.
Okay. Look, the door is open. You can walk right into Kim's room. I don't know why I'd do that, to be honest with you. But we can. Glad I have a new... Ouch, that leg hurts. Maybe if you don't run, it'll be okay? Looks like she left something on the table.
Next to the stack of bills, you see a note, a few lines jotted down in large, uneven handwriting, just as the writer was about to rush out the door. I'm sorry, I fucked everyone over. P.S. I didn't kill him. P.P.S. Gift upstairs.
A gift.
The lieutenant turns to the staircase suspiciously, looking for any signs of another presence in the shadows above. Seems she left in a hurry.
It's hardly surprising.
What could this gift be?
I am not drawing my gun. Yet. But I don't like gifts.
Just don't walk into another radio trap, okay?
We can only hope that we won't. A red thread made of nylon. It leads out of the room and onto the roof. Where the shot came from, maybe? Hi, how are you? A thread tied to its antenna.
You see the same two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman.
I'm sorry.
Now a red thread bisects the room, pointing from the antenna outside to the cupboard on the wall.
I'm alright, I guess.
This is ballistics. She's left a trajectory for us.
The lieutenant tests the wire with his finger. Drawn taut, it rebounds instantly. I know, I'm sorry.
A ray of backward motion explodes from his mouth. to the roof outside, A prime, to then widen into a radius of locations in Martinez. It suggests the bullet came from the extreme upper quadrant of possible angles, from a point beyond the roof. B triple prime, the island in the bay.
Is she trying to tell us the shot came from the islet?
Unless she thinks the perpetrator was standing on the ring antenna. That is where the thread seems to point.
He nods. Just can't fucking do it. I'm sorry. I can take another look at it if you want me to. What's not working? Is the internet not connecting? Yes, how's it? I don't know, dude. I just did troubleshooting. It didn't. It said there was no problems. I just troubleshooted and then I tried connecting to the internet again and it worked. Disco Elysium's fine. We just started. Cause the game, I opened it, it loaded, and then it crashed, and then I had to open it and it loaded, and now we're here. So, there are ruins on that islet. A sunken sea fort. I saw it through the coin-operated viewer.
I remember.
He looks out the window and onto the bay. How did she know how to do this?
She was there that night. She would have known precisely where the bullet hole was in the glass. It also looks like there may be more to her skill set than we know. The question is, should we trust her?
I don't know.
Indeed. Neither do I.
This is also one of the few places in Martinez we haven't been to yet.
So it is.
For a second he seems tired.
You seem unenthusiastic.
I just haven't gotten a lot of sleep these past few days.
Can't blame you.
He doesn't really believe this will yield anything.
Maybe we need to go to the island? The wind blows in from the open window. The lieutenant sighs, looking into the cold distance across the water.
He sees danger. Another trap, perhaps. He must be cautious for a reason. This man has decades of experience.
You're not afraid, are you?
I just don't want to walk into another embarrassment. I am a creature of pride, you see. I'm afraid of becoming a joke.
Oh, well, I'm already a joke, so no big.
It's not something he's proud of, but that's the way it is.
I'm going to the island. Are you in?
Of course, of course. I mean,
He takes a second to gather himself and says,
how do we get there? Joyce Messier had a sloop, but she's gone.
Lillian the net picker, she's tying our boat.
Ah, yes, of course. The village. Let's go.
Okay, perfect. He seems on board. Let's rock. I love, progress. Hold on, I'm gonna look at these drugs. I don't know if you can take any or not.
The medicine cap pity.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. I was kind of hoping it'd be like a heal situation. Okay, let's go. If Gart is still here, his ass is not safe. I think he should have been killed. And oh, hey. Hey, buddy. Hey, Gart, what's good?
Oh, you're up. It's good to see you back on your feet. Did you like your room? I cleaned it for you.
I'm gonna fucking beat you to death. I had to be shocked for him to be fucking nice to me. Let's not forget that Google is fucking eating my ass right now. I tried logging into my email and then it said to open the Gmail app on my phone, so I did. Nothing happened. I was like, okay, maybe I should be logged in onto that email on my phone. But in order to log in into that email, I need to click on the Gmail app that isn't logged into that email. Okay, I just start talking to you nothing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Everything is bad for you. I did think you, big improvement.
You're welcome.
Happy food,
I
cat.
thought it would be nice for you
Hi.
to wake up in a
How
clean
are
place
you?
after you, let's be fair, defended this establishment and its clientele from gunfire.
Yeah, fuck you, Gart.
Defended may be putting it a bit generously, though. I had a great view of you doing nothing to stop those psychopaths.
I hate
Then I
you.
crawled inside. Bullets started flying. Anyway.
He clears his throat.
He really wants you to realize that he was also on the balcony looking by, in the danger zone, so to say.
You didn't have to be there.
I wish you a quick recovery. Also, you and your partner are staying here free now. This establishment supports cops. The stay is free, the drinks are not. It just felt I needed to specify that.
I hate him so much. Played way too many video games. Oh well. Happens to the best of us. Oh, are these the only living guys? That's crazy.
Hi again, gendarme.
Okay.
Bye-bye, gendarme.
Bye. After we got shot, he's still a bitch. He was like, you defended this establishment, but didn't do a very good job. Shut the fuck up, man. Okay? Shut the fuck up. Hey, man, let's...
Seeing you approach, the bruised man clenches his fists.
Oh, it's you. Didn't think we'd see you walking anytime soon. Elaine, look. It's the cowardly cop.
Huh?
He looks
What?
up, his eyes full of confusion, as if he'd just woken from a deep sleep.
He's very, very drunk.
Our condolences for your losses.
He says with a little nod, but the remaining Hardy Boys don't seem to register his word. Any idea what happened to Kasia?
Damn songbird of misery, that one.
The man shakes his head.
And do you have any information on this songbird of misery?
God said she took off sometime before the firefight. That's all. Trying to remember if there was anything. Oh, yeah. He said she seemed to be in a real hurry.
Take care.
Yeah, you too. It's a rough world out there. It's not easy being a cop. We were too hard on you. Both of you. We shouldn't have fucked with you like we did. You got between us and a lot of bullets in that fight. Matinees owes you one.
That's kind of you to say. Take care of your friend, okay?
I will. You take care of yours.
He nods to you.
A sharp pain shoots up your side and into your stomach. You must not look too good. Luckily, it passes.
Alright, let's get out of here. We're heading toward the boat. Oh, okay, cool.
The graffito has been painted over the traces of the fight that took place here. It smells of blood and heavy fuel oil. This was Cindy the Skull.
I smell heavy fuel oil.
And blood. Some of it is even yours.
Thanks.
Heavy fuel oil. Isn't that flammable?
What are you trying to imply, Fingers?
You could buy some smokes, light up a ciggy and throw it in there. You know, just to see what happens. See if it's flammable. It's better that way. Safer.
Looks like Cindy the Skull finally found the words for her
The
masterpiece.
lieutenant crouches, touching the fuel oil with his finger.
Looks like it. Yes. This is still fresh. It wasn't here yesterday.
Huh. I do want to set it on fire very badly.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
You can revisit.
Sorry, I wanted to talk to the guy on the bench, not the bench. That was my bad.
Officer, care to play a game with the lonely old man?
What happened to your friend?
Actually, never mind. Wouldn't be the same.
Where's Renee?
The prick is gone. I can barely believe it,
He died?
but he's really gone. Hell, most likely. He was an absolute cunt.
So true, he was an asshole. What? Was he killed during the Mercenary Tribunal?
Oh, he would have liked that. Violent lives ending violently. That's how he wanted
I'm sure he
to
would have
go.
liked that.
Sadly, it was not the case.
I offer my sincere condolences.
Yes. We are both very sorry for your loss.
It is what it is. Part of life, really. But to know someone for 79 years, then one day they're just gone. I just
Wow,
don't
that's
know
really
anymore.
sad.
About anything, really. But you must need something.
Bye for now. I don't need to know anything about him, to be honest. He could have been the third mercenary, but that feels like a delusional We don't need to go this way. I hope they're safe. A shooting did occur out of there, so we just got them their bull back, yeah. Okay, they're safe. I don't need to touch them. Bye. So many people are dead now. It's ugh. Hey, buddy. Rock on, brother. Keep it real. All right. Boop, 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 boop. There she is. But please.
Officer, what happened? You're wounded. Why are you wounded? You look terrible.
She sounds almost disappointed with you, reprimanding you for falling and hurting your knee.
Seem angry. Why?
Look at you. You can barely walk.
It's nothing.
Doesn't look like nothing. Looks like you've got banged up real
It
good.
doesn't really matter.
What happened to you anyway? We heard gunshots from the town. They were closer than usual.
There was an exchange of fire on Rue de Saint-Guylaine. It's nothing to be worried about, madame.
I have a question for you.
Of course. Can I help you with something?
I do not want to ask her on a date. You're fucking crazy. You need to get to that island.
That won't be a problem. It's wind still and the tar just dried. We've got 2 days of relative sunshine ahead.
Can we borrow your boat?
If you promise to bring it back.
Yeah,
and no
that's fine.
scraping the hull. I just got it nice and yellow. And no drinking on the boat. And no joyriding either.
Of course, ma'am. It's only for a day or two. Official police business.
Aye.
Nod along attentively.
The crow's feet disappear from the corners of her eyes as she smiles at you.
Thank you. We'll use your skiff to get that gun.
Please be conservative with the fuel, will you? Just filled her up, but it's a small tank.
I was asked to get your signature.
Are you? This says by signing, I agree to living with construction noise. What exactly is the Union building?
Everyone's planning to turn some of the village into a youth center.
What a nice idea. Wouldn't have thought that.
Her voice trails off.
She sounds incredulous about the niceness of the idea.
Thought what exactly?
That Evrart and the Union have nice plans for anything. I thought they only cared about themselves. Well, I guess Union members have children too.
And those members have a vote when electing the head of the local chapter.
So he's signing it. I want my gun now.
Aye. Why not? Fine. Here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Too bad we did this before. Yeah. If there's another, like, situation, I want the gun. This is the other woman to get it
Our
signed.
tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
I was asked to get your signature.
Eh?
Rib Party Boys.
What's
I
this
know!
about? Come now. I can't read all the scribble. Tell me what it says.
Everett wants to turn part of the village into a little youth
Huh.
center.
I might be half blind, but it looks like part of the village is gonna be a street. The best part. The part we need to get out of our houses.
Is it really?
I see Lillian's name is already here. The girl is too trusting. Either way, I won't sign union papers.
Okay, that's fine, because now I feel guilty. uh... This game sucks. Either people die or people live in hell. What do you have against the Union?
I've seen it all before. You think they've got our interests at heart? Rich men are always selling poor men promises we never planned to keep.
She pulls a dark red rag out of the bucket and puts it back.
Then the poor get pushed out of their
Besides-
homes and the rich get a little richer.
Excited about what?
That's the way it goes. So, no, I don't trust the fat man, and neither should you.
In her mind, the Union is right-wing because Everard is fat. It's that simple, and there's no changing it.
That's so fucking funny. I'll try later. Let's go to the... Well, chat, you and I'll discuss it. We're gonna get on the boat. Oh, actually, it's over there. Sorry. I'm stupid and silly and dumb. Alright. Let's get in there.
A skiff with a small steering engine in the back floats on the calm mirror of the sea. Its 2 seats are empty. Once you get in, that's it. One pull of the starter handle, and you're off into the bay. A strange trepidation comes over you. Are you sure you want to go now? Remember what the net picker said. It's a small tank. You won't be going back and forth on this.
I'm not ready yet. I'm so nervous. She's signing the papers. I want my gun back. Actually, we'll go get healing stuff. I should have enough for that kind of thing. Okay, chat. Do we want our gun back? Can we even talk to Everard? Hold on, let me go check. Because the Union's closed off to my knowledge. So I don't even know if we can get over there. So maybe it's good that she didn't sign. Well, I think it's, I think we have to send it in a mailbox, actually. The envelope. So we don't have to give it directly to him. But even so. He has our gun. I want it. From him. Maybe we can convince him to give it to us. Because he's still here. There's just a lot of people gone. So I don't know who has left and who all has stuck around. I'm going to check for it. With 3 T's. For drugs.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint-Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo.
Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste. Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
Who's Saint Baptiste?
Saint Baptiste. You know, the pharmaceuticals company.
Oh.
Saint Baptiste Pharmaceuticals. The one that sells
Okay, I hear you, girl. Okay, definitely feeling better about the amount of health stuff we have now. Now that we have cash and Gart isn't being a fucking dickhead. Hi! Why are you still here? Do you want to make out?
The boyadero stares at you with respect, then gestures towards the trickles of blood adorning your clothes.
Yeah, I got shot, no big deal.
Yet you live. It goes back to an older era where this was common.
Hi, so
You have a
true.
true boyadero heart.
Right, so where is everyone?
Hiding, gathering themselves. The harbor's in full lockdown, friend. No getting in or out, for the time being.
You can't help me get inside?
No, man. Not today. Today is war.
He says it matter-of-factly, like it's no big deal.
Okay, what's gonna happen
Time will
next?
tell. I'll tell Everard you drop by. I'm sure he'll be glad.
He gives you a small wink. What will you be doing now?
I'll be okay here, doing lookout. Quite the sight, aren't they? Getting to like that rare I am. Don't worry about me. I live to alleviate the worries of our brothers. See if any insane killers turn up. Then I'll run. And live.
I'm sure you'll do good.
You know it, friend.
He smooths his mustache with his hand. Okay, so we can't get back to see Everard. At least we came back to take a look. Well, whatever, I guess. Hey, hold on. I don't think I can do... Cancelled. Okay, we forfeited it, so I don't need to do that anymore. I literally cannot get my gun back. Good thing I checked. Please go down! Thank you. Oh my god. Might go in and buy some more, I don't know. Sorry. Okay, anyway, I guess we'll go to the... I don't have a cigarette, so... I don't even know where to go now. Okay. Ready to go on a boat ride, Kim? I'm not. Made me really nervous! We'll be really thorough when we get there. Oh no, I sold that gas canister. Son of a bit. Okay, I hate Gart so much. He made me so desperate for cash. He's a sick fuck. I'm gonna beat him to death as soon as I get the chance. I hate Gart so much. I made so many choices on account of his greed. I'll never forgive him. Because I wouldn't be so uptight about having cash if it weren't for him.
The skiff flip.
Let's
Once
just
you get, remember what the net picker said. It's a small
Get in
tank.
right now, please. So true. Can you buy yourself back? I don't think so. Otherwise, I'd get that gun back. I can try, but I'm pretty sure once it's gone, it's gone. Oh, okay. Music video core. God damn, this is a slow ass boat. Oh, I thought they were gonna park us right here. I was like, we could have just walked. Or swum. Swam? Why does it feel like the game is ending? You know what I mean? Yeah, this feels like I agree. I'm not a sit and do nothing guy. I hate watching shit. If it's a cutscene that's story, this feels like the fucking what's his nuts in Animal Crossing, where you can like sit there and clap. I skip through that. This isn't really skippable. I can't even zoom in or out. This feels significant somehow. The boat ride, yeah. Damn boat rides. Fucking hate that shit. Alright, any minute now. Honestly, in my opinion, we could just row and be there in the same amount of fucking time. Just saying. Anyway, there's a lot to look at here, so we're gonna be so attentive. We are going to be so aware of what is around us. So
The boat comes
surroundings.
to a slow stop. The lieutenant turns the engine off. Then There's silence. There is very little wind here today. The ghost is standing still. You look at your arms, then the cliffs above you.
Let's go.
He whispers. Alright. We did that. We went to the island. Alright. Success. Why is this still here? Wouldn't I have forfeited it if she's gone? A makeshift bridge. The bombs were powerful enough to break the foundation. Thank you, autosave. Shout out. The rusted chain trails off into the ocean. We'll go this way first. These tires are falling apart. They're at least 50 years old. Can I get this way? I think that's it. Sorry? These stairs feel ancient. Soldiers' feet ran up them long ago. Attention! Inflammable! Some fuel has leaked out of the barrel. Black. Viscous. Warm air from the inside of the building. It's warmer there than out here. A good sign. By good, I mean bad. This barrel says ICM. You see a little star with little specks in it. Little birds from the coin-operated view are still holding on. No way to get up there. The stairs are gone. How do I get down there? We'll work on that. Oh, okay. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. This was once an armament rest. Careful, the stairs have collapsed. Okay, then I'm not fucking going down there yet. Books, mostly fantastique and historical fiction. What the hell is this?
An old cylindrical generator is nested above the ammo lift, with makeshift electrical wiring running out of its side and across the floor. The cables disappear into the wall to your right. The lieutenant puts his hand on the metal barrel, checking for warmth.
It's cold now, but someone has been maintaining it. The wiring has been repaired.
Where do these wires lead?
Downstairs, somewhere?
What kind of generator is this?
Liquid carbon. I would imagine it takes mazout.
He points to the open fuel cap on the side of the dynamo.
The kind that's favored by vagrants and fuel thieves. It's been a long winter, long and cold.
If anyone stayed here, they'd need a generator.
Tap on the side.
The hollow ring, the canister is empty. Dust falls from the generator and down into the ammo lift.
What does this mean, a generator here?
I don't know. I'm not a philosopher.
I mean, why is it here?
Someone with basic electrical skills.
He's so fucking funny sometimes. He knew what I meant.
The wind outside picks up suddenly, with a faint howl. Inside, it's warm.
Okay. Dishes stained with sauce and fire. A survivor's kitchen. You see candles planted on a broken rangefinder. A moth-bitten bedsheet keeps the wind out.
There's a greasy old spring mattress in the corner, resting on piles of soft cover books. White linen and a pillow are visible under a worn-out caracal blanket.
Someone has been squatting here. The linen is fresh, recently washed.
How recently?
You force the rest of the sentence out through pain, thick as molasses.
Oh.
No longer able to hear yourself speak.
Forgot I'm in pain.
You know,
oh
officer,
fuck, I forgot.
You can rest here if you are feeling tired. I will keep watch. You could use some rest for what's ahead.
No time to rest now.
Yes, anytime. If you need a rest later, it's okay by me.
Okay.
You don't have to be a hero.
Okay. they're gonna make us fucking sit down. I guarantee it. And it's gonna piss me off because I'm not gonna want
Books
to.
and magazines lie
But it's gonna
scattered on
fuck
the
us up
floor
later if we don't.
and on a makeshift cupboard. They are not particularly well organized.
We'll go through some of this and then we'll come back. Sift. Oh, shit, sorry. I wanted to sift
Books
through them.
and most are soft covers, serialized fantastique and detective stories from the 20s and 30s. This disparate digest includes the classic Animal Adventures,
So true. So many free books for you, Kat.
among what is mostly commercial
It's,
fiction and serialized stories. You find
It's
a
Book
magazine
Lovers Day.
cathodique
For you.
for electrical engineering. Then it's back to pulp. Light erotica, an international thriller about circuit benders.
Someone's made themselves a home.
All things communist. Does anything stand out as unusual? Really bad at shit, so forget it. For you! This great blast door must weigh over 10 tons. Rust peels off it.
You see a small metal door nested inside a larger one. A heavy steel blast door. There is a conventional keyhole
Ooh,
above
$1.
the handle. It's very small.
What's on the other side?
Another part of the island, probably. The lock looks like it could still be usable.
How do we open this?
Maybe this is one of the doors we don't open?
He looks at the big door, then at his bigger brother, then at the lock. I find us not opening it highly unlikely.
Alright, I retract my statement. It was naive. Let's look around and get it open.
That's the spirit, brother. That's what we like to hear.
The heavy metal door.
Okay, never mind. Right, sorry, I was not supposed to run. Oh, you literally can't get down there. Alright, let's rest. Fuck it, we will.
The greasy old.
The offer still stands. Take it. You don't look so good.
The bed is quite inviting, all things considered. It's much warmer inside than out there.
Maybe just a little shut-eye.
You face the concrete wall. There's less light there. in
Fuck
the
it, we
dark
bull.
corner,
So
like a dog
true,
can
cat.
lie there. You didn't realize how tired you were. Your body is still nowhere near healed.
Curl up with your knees close to your chest.
The blanket feels cold. The entire room does. Concrete and cold. Minutes pass. Half an hour maybe. The sounds of the sea beyond grow distant. Your eyelids close. Until you feel yourself standing up in the darkness, right next to the mattress. Slowly, the world begins to hatch from the blackness. It's evening.
It's evening! Dude, I hate making
Sleep.
choices. I fucking hate making choices. Fuck. Where's Kim? I wish he'd gotten me up. Should have made some kind of agreement with him. Oh. The lieutenant is no longer here. Go outside to the beach. Sorry, I won't run. I forgot. I'll be better. I'm gonna look at the door. Just really quick. Maybe he got it open while we were asleep. Probably not. Wishful thinking. We said to wake us up after an hour. He probably wouldn't do that. The door is still here, closed. Feels strange somehow. You can't get in. Wow, I hate that so much. Sorry. Not running is really hard. Can't we just climb? Where the hell's the door anyway? Where's all my stuff? Where are we? Maybe we're dreaming? The soda's not sodaing. What flavor? I can't interact with anything. Is my game crashing? What's going on? Just Coke. No, the time. Yeah, the time isn't there. Maybe something's wrong. This feels really weird. Either it's the game fucking around with me, or it's broken. Okay. I don't know what to do. Maybe it's just trying to make me feel uncomfortable. Maybe something will pop up. Can you go from... Oh. Oh yeah, you're right. So true, Cat. So true. The time not being there is still weird. Not a thing. I can't look at anything. Sorry. Can I not go down there? Sorry. God, this is really weird. Go down the chain. There's something there. What chain? Maybe we're dreaming. Walk into the water now. This has to be a dream. You see her footprints on the water. Are we walking on water? Further.
Dolores Day, the innocence of
What the
humanism,
hell?
internationalism, and the welfare state.
What is going on?
Turns around,
Jesus!
faces you. She has an airship airbag in her hand. She seems to be in a hurry. Okay, don't say you need to talk right away. Melt the ice first. This way you're already talking.
Sure. Thank you, suggestion.
But you don't even want to talk to her. She would only be cold and mean. Let her go. Let her go. This is the Holy Queen of the territories of Muindi and Insulinda. Think of the historic knowledge we could glean. This is a once-in-a-lifetime
Is this our
opportunity
ex-wife?
to win her back.
I don't really want to. Something is off.
I'm sorry. I was heading to the aerodrome. I just don't have time to...
She stops mid-sentence, glances to her right, then looks at her bag.
She means she doesn't have time to tend to your emotions.
Alright, she doesn't want to talk either. Bye.
Is what you want to say, but you don't. Hammers clang in the distance. Children laugh.
I wanna leave.
Where? There's water all around.
It didn't seem to be a problem a few minutes
and
ago.
It's illuminated by the sign of the video rental. Red and cyan. I can't help you. I'm totally useless. Everything I've said is lies. I want the exact same bad things you want. To stand here, like a pillar of salt, saying...
Where are you going?
I'm going to Morova. To live there, in Grad. It's 1 million kilometers away, Harry. Might as well be another lifetime.
What's in the bag?
Just my scepter, my globe cruciger, a spare silk gown, a toothbrush, travel documents, the crown of immortality.
Aren't you already wearing one?
Oh, this.
She corrects the wreath on her forehead.
This is just a wreath. The crown of immortality is made of rarefied light, mana and raw palladium.
What?
It was passed on to me by the rulers of late antiquity.
Okay.
She looks at the suitcase, not knowing what
Sorry?
more to say. Then, over her shoulder, silence. Her nuptial gown flows in the wind, wraps around her holy body.
Anyway,
Can you stay and talk to him for a moment? We need to talk. We need to have one more massive epic showdown.
no, Harry. No. I don't want a massive epic showdown. I want to go to the aerodrome. I have tickets for the 10:20 flight to Morova. Really. We don't have anything to talk about anymore. Every combination of words has been played out. The atoms don't form us anymore. Us. Our love. Our unborn daughters.
Did we have did we almost have kids?
It's all gone. I have to go to the aerodrome. I have to leave Revachol and you. And you have to be alone. In hell. Forever. That's just the way it is.
Don't. But that's not a very good way for things to be.
It's not. But
She looks at her feet. Little golden sandals cover her toes. That's it?
that's it, yes. We've talked about it a million times. You will get over it. Just like I did. People do. Things will get good for you again.
Where in hell? Stop. You're only making it worse for him. You never help with anything.
Maybe. I think I've reached the end of the investigation. Have we?
See? It just takes some time. For you, I think it'll take something like 20 years, maybe. It was hard for me, too. I used to think I couldn't live without you.
She looks you straight in the eye. Her irises are light blue, flecked with green.
But I can.
Doesn't have to be like this. Maybe we could try again. Withdraw. Okay, then. Super okay. So other things I need to know. I don't withdraw.
What other things?
Don't go.
No, don't say it. Don't beg.
I don't
It will
know.
only
I don't
make
want to
her
kiss her. She
go.
doesn't want to hang out with me. Where's the list?
Yes, somewhere hidden among the options popping up in your nervous system is the right one. That will make her love you again and not go to the aerodrome.
I feel like
at
it's
all.
gonna make me do this if I don't move on. What happens now?
Nothing. I have to go. I'm gonna go now.
I was wrong. You don't have power over her anymore. You shouldn't have said that. I am wrong about everything. You should go on without me.
Who said that? It wasn't authority. I'll tell you that right now. Okay, I understand. Not silently like a martyr.
No, you don't. You're just being a martyr. And I'm really going now. The time is up. I must be on the 10:20 flight.
Will we ever see each other again?
I won't see you, but you will see me.
How can that be?
Oh, Harry. This is a dream. Can't you see? I'm already in Morova by now. Who knows how long ago this happened?
This is a nightmare.
A year?
He's being so
2,
divorced dad right now.
5 years ago?
How will I see you again then?
Right here, tomorrow night. Once this dream starts happening, it keeps happening. 3 times a week, at least. And Harry, it really, really looks like it started happening again. There's the video rental. I'm suffocatingly beautiful. and young. And I smell of tutti frutti chewing gum. Like I did that time when I asked you for forgiveness. After leaving you the first time. So long ago.
This is awful. This is intolerably bad.
Oh yes. This is real darkness. It's not death, or war, or child molestation. Real darkness has love for a face. The first death is in the heart, Harry. See you tomorrow.
Oh. Okay, bye. See you later. I guess. What the fuck? Oh, thank God it was only an hour. Hi, Kim. Thank God you're here. There's chains over there. Unless they're not real. We could go look at them, though.
Quick. How was your sleep?
It was fucking awful. Desperately try to cover up all the blood seeping out with your hands. Swallow the blood and conclude. Just spit out the blood and get back to work. You're badass like that.
Okay.
He replies simply.
He's still worried. You must have really thrashed and squealed in your sleep.
Alright. So, Kim, it turns out we can go to the other side of the room. Did you know that? So, let's go do that. See, there's the door. I knew it was over there. Ooh, is that a hatch? Neat. This hatch is jammed shut. Ooh, what's that?
Green paint flicks off the monoblock aluminium cabinet. There are rows of switches on the front panel, a frequency band, and even a keyboard.
Run your fingers across the keyboard.
The keys rattle like teeth. This keyboard hasn't been functional in decades.
What is this then?
The console of an anti-computation device. The generator upstairs, with wires coming out. They terminate here.
Could this open the blast door?
Possibly. Urgence, ouvert, allumé, radiodiffusé. It sounds like this device was used to control the electronics here. Maybe it still does.
Turn emergency open.
We need to restore power before using this, officer. The generator, it didn't look like there was fuel in it. We should look around outside. There are barrels all over. Maybe one of them still has something in it.
He looks into the dim light to his right. Not in
The
agreement.
console looks on as you talk, mute and unpowered.
We'll come back. Can't believe I sold that fucking fuel. I'm never selling anything ever again. Like, are you kidding me? Fuck off. A firing slit. You can't see inside. Sorry, I won't run. Forgot. Guard. Exactly what I was thinking. Must have been a direct hit to take out such a huge chunk. Can I go? The distant sound of cargo ships. Signal horns echo on the water. So true, kill him! Gart does not deserve to live. He should have been the first to go. And I stand by that. Can I get up there? Can. The pain in your pelvis makes you wince, then you continue. The inside of the fortress, you make out the console and the blast door. The fuck is this? Oh hey, a fuel canister. Let's go. Is this another bed?
There's a rain-soaked mattress on a concrete slab, only half covered by the crumbling roof. At the head of it, double embrasures, firing slits like two eyes in the wall.
B triple prime. This looks like a good place to shoot from.
Inspect the
A
mattress.
single-person mattress, modern, civilian use. Brand name, Marjorie. There's a fuel stain on the cover, along with cigarette burns.
A good place to hide. Cozy. Relatively safe from the rain.
He pokes the mattress. Inspect the
There's
wall.
a firing slit in the wall in front of you, like a little window.
Touch the concrete
Quite
post.
old and grimy, from years without cleaning by anything other than the rain.
Look through the hole in the concrete. Is there going to be another way? I
The
pray
springs
that that's
screech
not the case.
as you lean on the mattress and crane your neck to look out. Trepidation. A tingling feeling in your stomach. A small piece of Martinez coastline opens up in the square in front of you, like a tiny landscape painting. 1 kilometer across the water. The ruins look familiar.
On the left.
A towering skyscraper, its top floors shaved off by artillery fire. Capeside apartments. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A and 33B.
On the right.
The red chimney and collapsed back of the 4-story tenement in front of the Whirling in Rags, Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 10. The doomed commercial area.
In between the two.
The box-shaped silhouette of the Whirling in Rags. Its sloped roof, a tiny
Oh,
fleck
fuck, I
of
have to run
light
on that.
catches your eye on the rooftop. Sunlight reflecting off the upstairs window of Clausia's room.
There it is.
Do you have a line of sight to the window?
Yes, there's an opening between 33A and 10. I can see the
I
roof.
can see it. Through the scope of a rifle. The shooter
Oh,
would be
shit.
prone, lying on the mattress, barrel resting on the embrasure. I think we have it. The origin of the shot. This is the sniper's nest.
He pats you on the back. 3 small pats in a row. Why didn't we come here before?
Why? We don't go everywhere in the 1,000-meter radius of the crime scene. That's not procedure.
7 people
Don't
are dead.
beat yourself up, officer. We did not put guns in their hands or get them drunk.
He looks north, over the fortification, then adds.
The lieutenant pauses. Regret comes over him.
We will make up for it. Here. I feel it.
Could the shooter still be here?
Where?
Right here. Points to the point of the mattress. In Martinez.
I have always assumed it's someone local.
He nods.
He feels uncomfortable suddenly.
We should move now.
Turn away. A weathered artillery map showing coordinates in the Bay of Rivershaw. Take this. An old medicine cabinet, newly stocked with Dramamine. Yeah, brother! Alright. Who else is about? That one lady. You feel eyes on your back. Someone's watching, but you can't say where. This game's a horror game sometimes, huh? Okay, I'm gonna pause it really quick. I have to run an ad really quick, so I will be right back. Everybody sit tight. During the ad, we're gonna solve this crime so soon. You better believe it. Okay, I'm back now. With fruit snacks. And fries. Anyway. Let's get back in there. Thank you, it is good to be back. Come on, buddy. There you go. Let's look at this picture. We found fuel. Which means we should be able to open things. Thank you. We cheat these days, so... Hopefully that'll help with our problem. With our issue of the gunshot variety. The winch is broken. Rust has eaten what remains of the chain.
A strange feeling looking at the water. Maybe you should just wander off into the sea. Leave it all and walk
There's
in.
not much up there. It's kind of shit. There might be chicken. There always is.
With a bottle in your hand.
Shake your head. Can you go any further? Doesn't look like it. Guess not. I guess there's no need to, really. We found what we came for. Do you know how hard it is for me not to run? You know I love to go fast. Here, have the pizza. You could have the pizza. I'm not touching that shit with a 10-foot pole. I don't know, but I'm anxious that it might. Hey, dumbass, going up the stairs. Nothing per se. It's got a weird sauce on it. It's brown, but it's not barbecue. I didn't feel great after eating it either.
This old cylindrical generator.
More
Wait,
fuel.
the lieutenant assists you, holding the canister up to the fuel tank as you
Oh,
tilt.
yeah, it's weird.
Dark brown, viscous fluid pours out, and the room fills with a chemical smell.
Cool.
There's a red starter switch on the side of the cylinder and a start rope on the other side. The lieutenant flicks the switch. The recoil start wakes the old generator up. The machine sputters like an old warhorse before settling down to a rattle.
That should do it.
I'm gonna let them walk for me.
A dim golden glow animates the...
It's on. Turn emergency open.
He smiles.
The blast door opens with a series of clicks. A shaft of light appears, then widens as the light shines in.
Yay! Wow, that took forever.
A sudden wave of anxiety makes your skin crawl.
After you.
I'm scared.
Don't be. I have a gun.
Oh, I don't have a gun.
Extra good that I do.
Okay, before I said when we were walking in the sand, I felt someone watching me.
So did I. Not back there, but I felt it since we came here.
Okay. I guess let's go. Sure. Oh, what the hell? Pain threshold takes you up so high. What the hell? I didn't know that you could upgrade your shit, like... Okay, volition is morale, so if I want more morale points, I put it... Okay. Got it. I feel like I'm only just now learning how to play the game. Oh. I get to click and make that choice. That's cool. Walk slow. Might be dangerous. Okay. No, earlier game. We haven't died yet, so we should be alright. It's a rubber dinghy. It's deflated, broken. Small white flowers blossom all around you. Uh-oh. Who the hell are you?
An old man wearing tracksuit trousers leans on the frame stock of his rifle. He gathers a big ball of spit in his mouth, then spits it out into the extinguished fire before him. He raises his black eyes, hooded by creased eyelids, to meet yours. He's practically tearing up from spite. Hatred got the best of him a long time ago. This man hates everything.
Sir, I need you to put down that gun so we can talk further. We're with the police.
The lieutenant pulls his pistol from the holster.
You are a glorified night watchman. This is a service rifle. I can only lay it down before an enemy commander of corresponding rank.
Kim?
The lieutenant aims his pistol square at the man's forehead.
If someone's boat got damaged, that means they're stuck here and we left our little one. I did think about that, but it's a little late for any logical thoughts such as that one.
Put it down now, sir.
Or you're gonna blow my brains out before you question me. To hell with it. It's a walking stick anyway. It's out of bullets.
The old man lays the rifle down carelessly, then looks at it lying there.
Like an amputated limb in the sand.
Pick up the gun.
His gaze follows your motions. The rifle feels surprisingly light in your hand. Frame stopped and patched in places with tape and wire.
Inspect it
The
closer.
rifle's in a shabby state, like a crutch that's seen too much travel. Hieroglyphs are embossed into the forearm, made
Out
of
of
walnut.
place, where did they go? Yeah, where did they go?
On the butt, you see Vespertine writing, burnt into the wood. Triangong, 4.46mm, made in Sinyao.
Stow the gun.
The old man keeps following your motion with his gaze. His right arm twitches suddenly. This looked very much like the murder weapon. It could be used against him to get a confession. In
Who?
time.
Who are you?
My name is Josef Lilianovich Dross, Political Commissar of the 114th Anti-Aircraft Division of the 4th Army of the Commune of Revachol. I am a deserter, a partisan, and a prisoner of war. This is my termless surrender.
His eyes turned to the reeds again, dead and dull.
The commune of Revachol? Do you mean the ICM? You're a holdover from the
From the Insular Indian Citizens Militia, the Army of the Revolution. I was recruited in Jamrock in 07.
So true.
Trained in the École de Contrôle Orient and consigned to emergency defense duties in 08. I left my unit on the eve of the landing. When I returned here on May 14th, the Commune had fallen. Still armed and ideologically trained, I wrote a criticism of myself and resumed partisan duties.
How long have you been on this island?
43 years. No. I've been on other islands too. I was an Resurrection until they turned it into a spa in 18. Then I was an E-48, a nameless sound, until the sea washed over it. Then I came back here. That was 22 years ago.
You've been hiding here for 43 years?
43 years and 10 months.
That's insane.
It's not how a human being should live. But I had to. I couldn't just forget. I couldn't just forget what I saw.
What?
What have you been doing during all this time?
Hiding, fishing, waiting.
He looks across the water.
Where it's morning, on Rue de Saint-Ghislain, people are walking. The gas street lights have already been switched off. Further inland, in Jamrock, the streets come alive with workers. Men, women, children rushing.
Murdering?
Muddy avenue after muddy avenue.
Maybe.
The temperature is rising. Alto cumulus clouds form above Precinct 41. 2 police officers step out of the Whirling in Rags cafeteria. Satellite officer Jean-Vic Mayer inspects giant letters across the plaza mosaic in dark red government-marked heavy fuel oil. Patrol officer Judith Minot points west. The fishing village. She glances at her watch. We meet in 15 minutes. It's a 10-minute walk. The officers go, leaving behind the writing, still smelling of petroleum. One day, it says, I will return to your side.
Always waiting.
The old man turns his eyes from the shore and back to you. For what?
For her to return.
Her who?
Girl child. Revolution.
Huh?
Always.
Nothing in history is guaranteed, but revolution is still a possibility.
No. The material base for an uprising
For the what?
is eroded. The working class has betrayed mankind and themselves. The historic opportunity for a revolution has passed. It will not come back anymore, however hard I try.
That's pussy
Whatever
talk.
I do.
You said you deserted your unit?
I was just 16 years old. 15 when I volunteered. I had a lapse of faith. And of courage, too.
Lapse of faith?
You could say I misunderstood the historic role of the proletariat and thought Mazovian socioeconomics were fallible. For a second, I doubted the irreducible laws of historic materialism. A second is all it took.
For what?
For reaction to take hold.
Is he like us? What's reaction?
Petty bourgeois terror. It's in all men.
When was this exactly?
May the 13th, 08. 44 years ago. The horizon was black with coalition airships. Their petroleum rose to the sky and it looked like it formed the clouds. Storm clouds. When they started shelling, it was dark magic.
Dark magic? What is happening?
International capital. All at once. All the greed and terror in the world tore into Revachol. It lifted streets from the ground and turned houses into ghosts. We were in the flak tower,
He gestures toward it.
huddled on the floor. The artillery was 80 kilometers away in Ozon, but I knew the commune would fall. We would all be turned into ash. So I said I was going to the map room.
He looks east.
A terrible shame still within him. The lobes of his ears are red with it. The shame and smallness of what he became.
He didn't go to the map room.
No. I climbed the chain link across the water and hid inland, in the bunkers there, like the weakest of the weak. A mouse, frightened at the ordnance all night, and the sound of the rotors in the morning, whirring.
He looks at the sky.
Airships. I climbed out into hell. The landing was complete. The chain was submerged. I had to swim back. The fortress was half submerged too, shattered. They'd all drowned in the lower levels, or got torn to shreds above. The anti-aircraft gun had malfunctioned. So had I. I left them without ideological direction. It was real. I'd seen it. I'd seen it in reality.
Some kind of great terror. Worse than you've ever seen.
Seen what?
The mask of humanity fall from capital. It has to take it off to kill everyone, everything you love. All the hope and tenderness in the world. It has to take it off just for 1 second to do the deed. And then you see it, as it strangles and beats your friends to death. The sweetest, most courageous people in the world. You see the fear and power in its eyes. Then you know.
What?
That the bourgeois are not human.
Say nothing, let him finish.
I had to. I had to fight it. I had to never stop.
The old man falls silent. His black eyes keep piercing your skin as he looks to some great distance behind you, shaking his head slowly, retreating from it. What is this place?
It's not an island, Dwat. It's a defensive fortification of the commune of Revachol. And I am its last surviving defender.
What was it used for?
The congenitally deformed King Philip II built it to restrict access to the Bay of Revachol. We captured it in '02, retrofitted the fort with an AA gun to defend against an airborne landing. Against the whole world.
You mean the landing? Retaking of Rochelle?
Coalition military called it Operation
Have fun
Death
beer
Blow.
fucking.
I later found out on the radio they called it Death Blow. You're one of them. Tell me, who speaks like that? We had 50 million people on Caillou alone.
I'm not one of them.
Sure you are. You're RCM. Answer me. Who calls an operation against 50 million people Death Blow?
Coalition military?
Iblis.
Iblis?
The black-eyed angel.
He nods. How have you survived all this time?
How does anyone survive? I steal.
What do you steal?
Supplies, vegetables. I collect rainwater. It's the life of a dog, not a human being.
He coughs once more, then puts his hand on his belly.
How is your health, Mr. Dross?
I've been throwing up blood since winter. Red, like beetroot. Been passing it in stool, too.
The RCM can provide medical services. You need to be looked over.
I need to die. You don't have medical facilities. You have guns. That's all they give you. Toy guns.
You also have Druamine.
We have Druamine and other opioid-based painkillers. You must be in pain. Oh, this
I
guy's
have
like, yeah.
been running out of that stuff.
Oh, I stole some from you, sorry. A light goes on in his eyes. He smacks his dry lips.
There's no way he could manage the pain without them. It's safe to say he is addicted to painkillers by now.
Thank you for clearing that up.
He looks at you, his face parched from the sun and the wind. There's a wince of pain in there somewhere.
How do you consider yourself all these years?
It was hard in the tens. I didn't have partisan training. They were searching for stragglers, those bloodhounds. Floodlights on the water at night.
There were posters, campaigns.
We communards still hoped, and they needed to snuff that hope out. The East capitulated. Martinez and Cold City were turned to dust. But Jamrock, Forburg, even Coron, and Boogie Street, of course. Those fucking kips had Marsov coursing through their veins. And others too. Some cordons of Revachol was still fighting. There were cells. I tried to contact them. Soon they all went silent. The frequencies dead. At night, I used a dinghy. I only went after dark then. When I got to the city, I stayed underground. Patrols, you lot, the commons too. They'd started snitching.
In the city, you move underground?
From bunker to bunker. Not anymore. No one cares now. I don't even have to hide. They think I'm another antisocial vagrant. I could walk straight into that town if I wanted.
Why don't you just walk there?
I don't want to. They're all traitors. Pigs, rabbits, and dogs. Men without ideals are only animals.
This is the communist guy, yeah.
He does not want to see life moving on. People forgetting, drinking, laughing.
I don't need to know all this. Tell me
The
anything.
old man looks across the water at the city.
I think I get the gist.
The ruins.
Another serious question
There's
for you.
nothing serious in this world. It's a farce.
What have you been using this gun for?
I've used it for killing people.
Okay, recently or?
Here we go. A trail of blood. The lieutenant smells it too.
Killing people?
It's a gun. That's what they're for. You want a moralist euphemism? Defending your family and your property. I haven't done that. I've used it to kill people.
This guy's base as hell.
Interesting. During or after the war?
There is no after the war. Class war is never over.
So true.
You're straight. No euphemisms. He doesn't like those. No. Be careful now. Slow and steady does it. Make him repeat it first. Don't mess this up. Remember, he wants to tell you. Get personal.
Wait, so which one do I say then?
Nothing comes to you. Silence. His black eyes look at you. And in them, a chill, like electricity running up your spine, crawling into your skull.
What?
All is not as it seems.
Detective.
The lieutenant turns to you with well-disguised
Damn
impatience.
it. Ask it already, he wants to say.
So you're saying you've killed people after active fighting stops?
What did I just say?
He keeps shaking his head erratically suddenly. He brushes something out of his eye.
What did I just tell you? Don't drop the ball now.
Sorry, rhetoric. Did you use that gun to shoot and kill a colonel or the security contractor colonel?
The who now?
He leans in and cups his ear.
He heard you. He just wants to hear you say it again. This is dramatic flair on his part. Right
Thank you,
choice.
drama.
We're in. Do it, sire.
His name is Lily. The corpse in ceramic armor hanging behind the whirling rags. Did you shoot him?
Oh, yes. That one. Ugly piece of work, that boy.
Did you kill him?
The lieutenant takes a sudden step toward him.
I am a son of a welder and an officer of the commune of Revachol. I do not collaborate with murderers and pederasts of the liberal regime.
Tear into him. Pile it on him. Everything you got on him. The more, the better.
We've done the ballistics point to the tower. The shot came from this
I
island.
saw you poking around there, looking for evidence. You're damn diligent when it comes to dead fascies. Did you like the view?
You had direct visibility. There are embrasures in the concrete, specifically meant for a top follower to use. And you had a long-range rifle in your possession.
The lieutenant softens his voice.
You have been here a long time, Mr. Dross. Too long. You need medical aid.
I'm ready to die. I've done my part.
He's practically admitting to it. Dead fascists for fascists. Done his part.
You said fascists? You're admitting you killed him?
You're sad for your fascia brother, aren't you? One twig got broken. Now the others are sad.
He waves his hand. There's a twitch, then one more in his right eye.
Almost. He almost burst out there. Keep piling arguments. Anything.
I don't need your cooperation. I've got this. No. Come on, what am I forgetting?
Wait. Don't forget the footprints. The diagonal prints in the dust in the secret space behind Class's bedroom. Now.
Would have killed you to finish the job? No kidding. Go for all three. Maybe we would have been saved some trouble. Oh, of course. Thank you, Head. Thank you.
You got it. Remember, the boot prints were like no modern soul. Maybe don't beat yourself anymore, though. You're not immortal.
I wonder what brand of boots you're wearing.
Everything is brands with you individualists. Who cares what brand my shoes are? Sansa. Some shit.
Show me the souls, please, Mr. Dross.
Fucking imbecile.
The old man stretches out his leg. A black and white spiral pattern covers the sole of the worn-out old running shoes on his feet.
The maker is called Sensory. You see their V-shaped logo, but can't make out the size. These are not the unusual horizontal patterned soles you saw in the dust on the floor of the hidden room. They do, however, seem to be about the same size.
The size fits, but not the sole.
The lieutenant comes to the same conclusion. Maybe it's simpler than that.
Sire,
No!
he doesn't have to be with them right now.
People change shoes. It doesn't mean you weren't there, near the room the victim died in, sneaking around.
Racking those brains, are you? Desperate to report something back to your masters? They must have really
Look,
loved
I'm trying to think. Gord! No kidding.
The lieutenant gives you a quick sideways glance and nods to acknowledge. The prints were his. You can see it in those eyes. He can't keep them from flickering, looking for something. The old man stares at his own prints in the ash around the fire. Silent suddenly, some strange process within
We want to solve this crime, get it locked in, so everyone can calm the fuck down and move on.
More. He's gonna crack, but you need a little more.
Show him the I don't want to threaten to shoot him. Tell me this.
You're lost, Dwat. You're lost.
So what, you killing him?
Petty bourgeois law.
Tear into him again.
Fine.
Pile it on
I don't need your car.
Not a lot of guns around that use military grade.
Oh, okay. We're saying that the gun did it. Okay, we're not pointing the gun at him. Happy to report.
It's a real gun. Not like your musketeer pistols. You look like imbeciles. Why don't you ask them to give you real weapons? Going against automatic rifles with these toy guns. Of course you got those boys killed.
Damn, he saw you. He's watched it happen.
Stop changing the subject. We have the murder weapon. Point to it.
You know what? You're right. I'm convinced this made the shot. Should we call it?
Dramatically ask. You think we have the murder weapon?
4.46 jacketed ammunition, modified for range. We have it. This is it.
I'm calling it. We have the murder weapon.
Good.
The lieutenant takes out his notebook and draws a single
This
line.
feels good, doesn't it? Tearing things up like this. When you have the murder weapon, you have the killer.
Murder.
You saw it didn't help, fucker. Yeah. The old man does not say more. He just glances into the reeds and then twitches once more.
You know who he was. A coalition-trained murderer. Armored and armed. He wasn't human. The blunt end of a hammer. Dripping with blood.
He was a killer, but he was still under the protection of the law.
Beating us to the ground. Moaning with joy. You hounds get so thorough.
I can see if we
when
ran
a
out of bullets, that's true.
company-trained killer dies. I haven't
He doesn't
seen
like
you
us
on
either.
this coast for 40 years. You know, maybe I should have killed one sooner. Got your attention. Now you stop beating druggies and prostitutes in your basement. Now you come to investigate. Not when they die by the hundreds.
He breathes through flared nostrils.
This is it. Shot him. Shot him. Say shot him, not killed him.
So you shot him.
Oh, the inhumanity. One paramilitary less in Revachol.
You can almost see him squeeze a tear out of his eye. His fists begin to tremble from the anger.
The lieutenant raises his right arm to hush you. Hush. He does not need to be pushed anymore. The ball is rolling.
Just nod.
I had them in my sights. Both of them. Him and the whore. I was breathing with them. In phase. And I pulled the trigger and flew on the air until I landed in his mouth.
He begins to smile.
I didn't think I had a shot like that in me anymore. I did. I saw him kneel there with his mouth full of death, and that stupid look on his face. And his dick still in her.
Then what?
Nothing. I went to sleep. Next morning there were Maybells everywhere. The world was white, or what's left of it anyway. My last spring here. I knew the fascists would come to avenge their own. And so they did.
Mr. Dross, are you aware you're confessing to murder?
The lieutenant asks after a second of silence.
Yes.
A single word is all he gives.
And you were looking at them, the victim and a young woman, having sex, through the scope of your rifle that night, before you shot him?
The lieutenant takes out his notebook slowly. Very slowly.
The old man nods.
Why?
Because that's what they were doing.
He shrugs, then smacks his lips.
The motive. This is where the motive is going to come from. You can coax it out of him.
So glad she didn't kill him. No.
The ground.
I didn't think she did, ever, to be honest. I wish she hadn't run around. But we certainly cannot be winners. My toothpick, it's gone.
I don't understand. Do you, detective? I don't understand this part.
Why were you looking at them that night?
I'm always looking.
He cocks his head to the side, then turns his eyes to the city. Another tremor passes his right side, lower in intensity.
Are you always
My
looking
toothpick!
through the
It's
scope
alright.
of a rifle?
I have an entire thing.
I'm just trying to understand.
I got like a toothpick holder or whatever.
A rifle scope has the best magnification.
Was he just perving out? Like, be honest.
And if you don't like it?
You pull the trigger?
Yes. Think of it as a form of critique.
What specifically did you not like about what you saw the night of the murder?
Them. Fucking. I didn't like that.
So you're jealous?
Jealousy is a reactionary concept. I didn't like the Reaver enjoying himself. Drugged out, soothed in the arms of a young woman. I wanted him to die so he could not enjoy life anymore. And I wanted to see his head explode. That too. She should know better than to hold a child murderer between her thighs. I knew he'd be there for one more second, writhing.
He killed kids?
That's all it takes for the bullet to reach his head. Now that I think of it, I wasn't aiming for his mouth.
Found my toothpick.
I wanted his brains to spill out on her. But you can't have everything.
He wants to see her covered in blood.
This guy's weird.
To punish her.
How long had you been watching her?
Since she came to Martinez. I saw her sneaking.
He's
in the
perving out,
reeds
dude.
early
That
in
was
the
his
morning,
motive.
Behind the Feld building.
That's crazy.
It was dark. Still winter. She didn't have her skimpy outfit
Joking,
on
Shane?
then. Just a
You're right,
spot
my
in the
bad, cat.
night, moving.
Crazy ass thing to say, by the way.
Past the Fell building on the coast. What was she doing there?
Hiding something in the water. She had a fag after she'd done it. I was up in the ruins there. She couldn't see me, but I could see her, smoking. She was nervous, but not scared.
And beautiful.
What do you think she hid there?
Her passport and tickets to Villiers. And from there to Cachet Brut.
Some kind of hidden container on the coast. You looked into it?
Yes, after she'd gone. It was a submersible. Well made, actually.
Sloppy. We should have gotten her to tell us about this. Did you take the documents?
No, I put them back. Why would I take them? I'm not going to found. Oh, I mean...
Moving on. Did you continue watching her after this?
I did. She had a face like an archipelago, with those birthmarks. And a body, hard and lean and bruised all over. Black and yellow. I could see she's taken a beating. I could see who she was, too. A spook. On the run. Revachol's the cloaca of capital now. All the bagmen and arms dealers end up here to do drugs and have sex like animals.
You could tell she was a spook from the documents?
She had different color hair on the photo and glasses. Forged. Some sordid bourgeois affair. I've heard about this kind of thing on the radio.
He's setting it up for you.
How did you see all this? The bruises that she was beaten?
I'm not blind, am I?
He shakes his silver head. I just don't know about all these minute details about her body.
It quickly
Oh, baby! Woo! I love succeeding. It's my favorite activity. Ever see her through a window on a roof?
Mm-hmm. Bending like a bow against the glass.
You've been through the secret route behind the whirling rags. Those were your footprints. You just changed your shoes.
I've been through all of Martinez. Every nook and cranny.
And that too.
Yes, that too. The things they did in that little room. What she'd do to feel good. Funny the way light works.
We have to kill this guy.
You turn
Not
it on
really.
inside, and it gets so dark out, you can't see a man looking in. I learned that in the 20s, when they were still hunting me. I've seen people do some shit, but...
He keeps shaking his head.
Those two took the cake.
Why keeps reading this case? He's a little fucking weird. You're absolutely correct.
You hear the
I
familiar
rescind my
scribble
based
of the
earlier.
lieutenant's
He's
pen.
based
A quick
communism.
glance
He's
at you.
not based man activities.
One more loose end down. We're doing this, detective.
So true, Kim.
How did you get in there? The hidden pinball workshop.
I can just walk in there now after a good wash. I told you, they think I'm an antisocial. Closing hour is a good time. The kitchen's empty.
You had to open the steel door in the kitchen? How?
I got that open a long time ago. Some bourgeois game merchant lived there. I don't know, 15 years ago.
Take that back. Can't,
He
sorry.
left spare keys all over.
He's based.
I took one.
Also, hi,
I saw
Drilla.
her
How
turn
are
the light
you?
on one night in my scope.
He points toward the whirling rags. You wanted to punish her, so you killed him. You had feelings for that woman. Okay, so let's just conclude. We say it generally. So in conclusion, it was about him. It was about her.
Her.
He repeats, staring at the ashes, then the reeds. There's a twitch in the corner of his eye. He's gonna die right now. You're fine, just fine. So true. I'm pretty good. I'm so glad no one's being shot today. Last time was so scary. We killed 7 fucking people. Because I didn't have a gun. Fuck. It was terrible.
The lieutenant nods at you in acknowledgement. That's it. Motive. We have it.
Okay, so what now?
Where is she? I haven't seen her there for days.
She got away. We don't know where she is.
Good for her. That girl kept staring into the scope, you know. In the end, this last week, kept staring at the island. At night, crying or smoking on the roof. Like she knew I was here. It doesn't matter.
She probably did. Because she left us that clue.
Midtown, across the Bay of Rivershell, the oceanic wind washes 40-story towers. Above them, Lucerne Central Aerodrome, a cocoon suspended in the sky by a web of suspension wiring, encircled by hybrid aircraft.
Look north.
On the platform, a young woman is withdrawing from amphetamines, barbiturates, and alcohol. Yet still, she smiles among the crowd, among the great ghosts of the city she's leaving, for another, far south, smaller, distant, hidden, not like the great chandelier she sees sparkle in the night below her. Streetlights, towers, tenements, and water, and across it, a dark strip of ruins, barely visible, if she didn't squint her eyes. There, on a dilapidated jetty, in a nameless village, 2 police officers and 1 special consultant look across a narrow strip of sea. The ruins of a seafort stick out of the water, built by Philippe II, reappropriated by the Commune, then lost in the landing. He's there, doing what exactly, I don't know. Satellite Officer Vic Mayer points at the ruins. Behind that anti-aircraft something. That's why we can't see him.
Are they following us?
Special Consultant Heidelstein is optimistic. We'll see the boat when he comes. Let's go get a coffee until then. I know this interesting little place. Where? His voice trails off as the 3 walk down the jetty. As the men go, Patrol Officer Minnow looks back over her shoulder at the crumbling fortification like a rotten tooth rising out of the water. Good luck, Harry, she thinks. You need something good for this.
Thanks.
We could get more. We've got him talking.
Sure.
You could get more out of him. He likes talking.
Thank you, suggestion.
Enough. Take him in. Bend his arms behind his back and end this.
Been looking at anything else you haven't liked?
A tragic comedy. Druggies, prostitutes, and rentiers.
We'll see are they gonna kill us? I know, I'm like, what's going on? I don't think they'll kill us. Because the woman seems to like us.
Detest
Enough.
pushes the cobwebs out of his eyes. Pushes the melancholy aside. He relishes it.
More specifically?
Specifically, the whole city is a charnel house. Stripped clean and draped in neon. But Martinez is the worst.
How come?
Because of the racists. Everyone is a racist.
Everyone is racist in Martinez?
It's their favorite thing to do in the
They
whole
love
world.
racism.
Listening to race-themed
So
radio
true.
in the ruins, in their lorries,
He points inland.
pumped full of steroids and Radio Revachol 92. Race this, race that. It's all sanctioned by that social democratic union and the farce of a social democrat who runs it.
Mr. Clare?
Yes, the fly larva in his container. He let some nihilistic advertising yuppies erect a statue of Philippe III, a syphilitic murderer, on the town square, to spit on the working class.
Let him finish, do not interrupt.
Not since the serfs of ancient Pericarnassus has history produced a more inert social class than the Martinez proletariat. The rest of Revachol at least pretends to rebuild. These people still live in ruins. In tents, like animals, like those boom morons on the ice. A pity they didn't drown in that tent of theirs.
He keeps shaking his head with sorrow for the sight he missed. Nod.
The worst of them is the blood-drenched Sucrion on her yacht, licking her lips. The old whore's gone now. Her gun-toting porcelain men are dead. So, actually, no. The worst is that old cock parading around in his uniform, throwing balls all day. It's not enough that
well,
the
he's
racists
dead,
and
so
liberals are dancing on our graves. The old loyalist ghouls still parade the ruins too. Every morning he's there, while the parasites he fought to protect are off in Ozon, or Quayamoran, or some other island they built their palaces on, feeding on drugs and having sex with their own children.
very ironic that I did briefly think that he was like a runaway version of the guy who died and played Boole, but
That's all the rich really want. Sex with their own children. Throughout history,
He's so
even the
funny.
royal bloodline of the suzerain, it's all just an excuse for them to have sordid sex.
I'm back. I fully
At
exited the
least that
process.
old cunt Frisell
For dinner?
is now dead.
Well, welcome back. Just nod.
We did good when we pushed him under
This
that
dude
horse
loves
car.
to fucking talk.
If only
He's not
in the
wrong.
30s, those disco whores.
I don't understand anything this game says. What follows is ominous mumbling. You cannot make out a single
Disco
word.
whores are too much. Hatred shuts down his brain's language center, leaving only a nonsensical sputter.
Forget it about it. I'm glad we talked about this now.
Glad? It's all gone.
He stares into the dust at his feet, gray and dirty spring grass all around. Hold on.
I ain't going anywhere.
Sure thing, buddy. So Kim,
Yes?
never mind. I need a quick save, and I'm gonna cheat on this.
The old man stares for a 60-year-old man with stomach trouble who's
I love to cheat. But like, once we arrest him, what happens then? Do we get the other guys to apologize for the crimes they fucking committed? Or like, what's up? They did crimes too, so we could arrest them too, I'm sure. Well, they died or something, I think.
the old man stares for a 60-year-old
I don't know. So true, Kat, so true. How deeply do we care about his body language, do you think?
Stares for a 60-year-old.
Maybe not very. It's 8%. We've done worse, haven't we? How's the disco? Pretty good. He committed the crime. I don't know how long you've been gone.
Stares
I don't remember.
for a 60-year-old man.
But he did do it. Because he was obsessed with Claudia.
Stares for a
Which
60-year-old.
is, it's discoing for sure. So true.
The old man stares for a 60-year-old. old man stares despondently at. What strikes you about this gaunt man is not the stomach pain, or the cough, or the malnutrition. For a man who's spent 44 years hidden in the urban wild,
He is surprisingly okay.
indeed, he speaks fluidly. His movements are rapid,
Woohoo!
if erratic. His voice,
We slayed
despite
that.
the cough, is there. It is capable of expressing complicated ideas. Above all, he seems animated.
Animated by what?
It's a mystery. This animation comes at a cost too. Erratic hand gestures, thought processes cut off like threads, as he just stares at the logs or the reeds. He also
Oh
suffers
no,
mood
do you think he
swings,
did it
bubbling
actually?
to the surface, unconstrained by his nervous system.
Dementia?
You've seen demented people before. This feels similar, yet different.
Okay, maybe
When
not.
his thoughts move,
That'd be
they are
crazy.
lucid.
If we got this guy and he wasn't actually because he's had fucking dementia and like lied somehow. I don't know.
Is it some kind of substance damage? Like he's addicted to something? Not only the painkillers he's clearly on.
Mr. Draws, are you okay? How's your memory?
No, I'm not okay. I shit blood, and I'm surrounded by insane people.
There it is again. Erratic hand motions, bouts of rage, and the stomach thing too, of course. Could it be a symptom of overdosing on something? Something even you have not tried? Keep your eyes peeled. His lip curls into a sneer
Okay.
at the memory.
We'll keep poking around. Disco horse is all he says. Even that word has to be pushed through his teeth with great force. This rage seethes too hard. You mentioned the Union is social democratic and Mr. Clare is a farce of a social democrat.
Another hideous disappointment. Unions are the real enemy. The true enemy of the proletariat.
Noted.
Placating the masses.
Not based.
Disappointment. So personal. He displays a familiarity with the Union's top brass.
I mean, not that this union's been great so far. Who's a disappointment, Everett Clare?
That deformed toad? I wouldn't expect him to wipe his own ass. I mean, the brains of the operation.
Yeah.
The smart
We love unions here. Doesn't Everett run the union?
That mobster toad couldn't run a shit house. He has no political education. His twin, Edgar Clare, that one's been to one of those East Revachol universities. He talks a
It's
big
gone
game
now.
about
It was so cute.
uprising
Hi,
and
Gail.
alienation and so on.
Your kind of students are a little different. Wait, his twin? Yeah, he has a twin. They like flip flop. Kitty, yeah, it was white and brown. Anyway, you've talked to Edgar.
First against the wall with him.
He stopped poking at the ash. Now just shakes his
The
head.
Clares wouldn't miss a man hidden in their own backyard. Not all this time. Nothing happens in Martinez without them knowing.
Of course. Maybe the Clears asked him to. Don't go straight for the kill. Exhaust everything else first. Soften him up.
Sure, sure. Have you approached them?
I haven't approached anyone. I hid. It was Edgar who came to me.
How did he know you were here?
Kitty, yeah. It was kind of scary seeing a creature looking through my window. But it's just a cat, so it's fine.
He didn't just stumble in like an oaf. He figured it out. Some kids told him about a monster on the island. I told you, he has brains.
He points to the path leading to the tower.
Stepped right off the boat and walked down where you came. I even kept the door open for him. Thought he was a man of the left. Wouldn't rat me out. I was right about one of those things.
When was this?
20 years ago. Neither of them could walk now, could they? They were less fat then.
What did you talk about?
Edgar did the talking. Paid his respects like I were a fossil in a uniform. Offered platitudes about the struggle. Flaunted his pink degree. Even quoted Marzoff. Never trust a social democrat who quotes Marzoff. Oh, and charity too. They love their charity. Offered me blankets and social housing. I still have the gas cooker he brought.
And he let you be here?
Let me be here. The ZOC
Fair
is
enough.
an unlawful successor of the Commune of Revachol. We took this fortification from the Loyalists. Even the Clares understand this.
They let him be here. Understanding was a courtesy. But why such a courtesy?
Did you kill the criminal mercenary for the Clares to incite a riot?
You know why I killed that fucker, Dwat. As to Edgar, I'm not doing anything for that swine again.
Again?
Again?
So
What have you
true,
done for
Kim.
Edgar
Speak on
before?
that. Say that. Say that.
Tried teaching him some Marzovian socioeconomics. They didn't stick. We parted ways.
He coughs.
Okay, he didn't do the hanged man for them. But he's insinuating something.
We will come back to that. What do you mean by the cock parading in his colorful uniform? You mean Renee?
Every fucking morning for 34 years.
They're enemies. That's so funny.
Throwing that ball. One
One-sided
ball against the
enemies.
other. I've always loathed that game. That is not a working class game. I don't care what they say on
He's
Radio
so
June.
fucking funny.
Royalist ghouls played like it was life itself. Click, clack across the water each day. And that uniform, like a parrot plumage. I won't even mention that he's a traitor to his race. A patank maniac race traitor.
Stars is a working class game. I love it. So true. Brother, what are you? No. Balls, not working class. I agree. I think we'll just nod. We know all about race.
I remember him.
From Measurehead earlier.
I remember him from La Noce. Not him personally, his make and model. There were tens of thousands of them.
Like a rich person game?
I
It
thought
feels
we
pretty
took
rich.
them
It feels
all
like
out before the liberals
cricket.
came to their rescue. We missed
You
one.
know?
That one.
With a shaky finger, he points to the city, toward the crater near the plaza where a lonely pine tree stands.
Fat and plump, like a pheasant, just begging to be popped off. Please, Mr. Dross, shoot me.
He whispers.
Oh
with
shit!
such
Happy 9 to 5,
predatory
everybody.
It borders on longing.
You'd like to kill him?
Not yet. I like to look at him strut around, place the crosshair on his medals.
Is it not? Feels
right in his
rich.
face, and just
I've only ever seen
fiddle the trigger.
it be played in a
Think
rich
about
context.
Let the bomb.
I guess
melt
in my
my
brain,
mouth.
everyone who talks like that is rich.
Save the treat for later.
The lieutenant asks cheerfully.
He is a juicy bonbon.
Bridgerton says otherwise. So
The
true.
real treat
Love
for
Bridgerton!
Black day. The black.
That's the rich people game for
When
sure.
I put that gun in my own mouth, I think, no, don't waste it. Put this lead in that cock, Renee.
Rich
For the
games are
boys he
like
killed.
polo lacrosse. I do
And then
believe
I look
you
at him throw
with
those
polo.
balls, and I
Lacrosse too.
suddenly feel
We had a lacrosse team in high school. It definitely wasn't particularly popular.
better. I even hid one bullet, so I'd always
It's very
have
rich
one
coded, yeah.
for him.
Maybe it's games
Haven't
with
seen him
sticks.
around lately, strutting around. Must be down with
What
arthritis.
other games have sticks?
I hope it hurts like hell.
Lacrosse.
I hope he sweats.
Cricket,
blood.
you use like a hammer, but like it's a stick. Nice to play. I feel like it's either rich or high school. Baseball, okay, that's not rich though. So maybe not all stick games.
Hearing it may destabilize him. You sure you've gotten everything from him?
He's not playing this week. Why?
Yes, of course. I hope it hurts like hell. I hope he sweats blood. Must be torture.
You don't even have this
Not
pull
to
your
be
thing off.
throwing his
Oh,
balls
what the hell's cricket
for a
then?
whole
Do you use a stick?
He seems relieved. Could he have been worried for him?
Oh,
He
friendship.
reminds him of himself. The same hatred.
Okay, he reminds
The
me of
same.
him too.
You
A
tried to
bat.
think of another thing, but no. It's just the hatred.
I'm Googling cricket right fucking now. Maybe I don't know what it is. Cricket. Sport. Oh, what the fuck? It's fake baseball? Okay, I actually had no idea what cricket was. Maybe it's not a rich people's sport. Maybe it just sounds rich. You know, no cool sport. Basketball! So true. Thank you for having it at 5. It's appreciated as always. I love basketball. I'm pro basketball. I mean, I gotta look up polo. Apparently, I don't know fucking about shit about. Oh, okay. Polo is what I thought cricket was, but on a horse. I think. Wow, sports are crazy. Thank you for having it on as well. It's appreciated as always. Anyway, back to the game. Actually, fuck you, not back to the game. I have to run an ad really quick. And my water bottle is empty. So I will be going to fill up my water bottle as well. I will be right back. Everybody sit tight during the ad. Okay, we're back now.
They are veterans of the same war. Somewhere west in Coal City, his enemy is lying in a dark room on a metal slider. In Elysium Municipal, like he will too. Soon. Half of the war between these men is over. With an agitated
Thank you.
gait,
It is good to be
satellite
back.
officer Jean Heron Vichmer paces the jetty. 22 kilometers east in Martinez. What could he possibly be doing there for so long? He says. Police work? Patrol Officer Judith Minot replies, with a tinge of hope in her voice. Tinge of warmth, too, against the cold air rising from the water. He's drunk, she thinks, and we all know it. Still, she's just trying to see it in a generous light.
Should we tell him that he's dead? Or no? I mean, we brought Kim with us. Okay, chat. Should we tell him that Renee's dead or no? It might help with this, but I'm not sure. We'll save, obviously. This will be a couple punches to get back in. Probably. Probably what? I said a lot there. I'd like to know if my enemy died. Alright.
Yes. Where is he? I hope he doesn't have debilitating arthritis or kidney stones. He can still come out to play with balls and get shot in the head, right?
Renee is dead. He died of old age a couple days ago.
No.
Yes.
I waited too long. I waited too long and now he's dead?
I'm sorry, Mr. Dross. I understand you knew him for a long time.
They're all dead now. Fuck it.
You cared about him?
All human beings care about each other. I cared for seeing his head explode. Now, God damn this world.
I'm sorry.
Fuck you.
The old communard says, staring at the ground, seemingly to the island you're staring on. Are you okay, Mr. Justagon?
You think I haven't seen people die?
Yeah, I mean,
It's all I've
you
seen
killed a guy.
do.
Man, I'm supposed to kill. He's so funny.
All the other plans we had. To love. To colonize the Pale. It's all fucked.
He's not okay.
This
This is
didn't
just
help.
another black day in a row of black days. Something strange is keeping him together, making him endure.
Glad we talked about.
Okay, hold on, please.
The old man stares despondent. His lip curls into a sneer. The connection comes to you like a
Fuck
splash
you!
of cold
Let's
water.
go!
Dark, cold water.
20 years ago, when you met Edgar, the Clares didn't run the Union yet, did they?
Hey.
This a sputter from the old man.
He acknowledges it. Here we go. A twist behind the dark.
First try, but like literally. Who did?
That bourgeois cow. Tiffin Holly was her name.
Okay.
Licked the rich man's hand every time he came to town. Never seen a labor leader so hot on mutual cooperation. And money. She liked that too. That Holly was a real bridge builder and a deal maker.
His eyes glisten suddenly with hatred.
Bordering on sentimentality, it drips out of him, tempered by something familiar to you. A familiar rage.
She was also a woman, wasn't she, like that, Kasia? What? What does that mean? And then she just disappeared.
Called in, they say. On the eve of battle. Ran away. Vanished like a piss stain.
He squints and smiles at the black logs.
No, that's not quite it, is it?
Did she? They say her daughter called in, not her personally. But that wasn't really her daughter, was it?
No, I guess it was not.
You could swear you see the embers glow again under the dust under his eyes on the dust. Edgar had someone make the call. Why is that, Mr. Joss?
She couldn't make the call herself.
Here it is. The bend in the river.
Why?
Because she was dead.
Yes, okay. Did you do it?
Just say nothing.
Okay, I will. Thank you, Rhetoric.
The cow caught a bullet in her right lung. Fell into the canal grasping.
I love when the
her
game
tip
tells me
and
what to do.
drowned. Or bled. Hard to say. It was a sloppy job, and a moving target. She was going home, waddling, dressed in yellow, drunk like she often was. The ruins were black around her, and she had a yellow leather bag under her arm. She tried to cross the canal, heading home to Grand Couronne or Betancourt, someplace like that, where they build those new bâtiments for the people who flourish in the hell around her. And the ruins.
You shot her.
Someone shot her. Or maybe the cow just fell. My memory is full of holes. All I know is...
Another big spike of rage, different from the one he has for her.
Nothing changed. Not in the material base, not in the hegemony. There was no uprising. Just words. The Union fizzled, sogged. Nothing came of it. Nothing.
Edgar didn't keep his part of the deal.
A splatter again, nothing more.
If you were to testify to this, give the RCM something on Edgar, you could walk.
The lieutenant says, in a voice even calmer, as if it were nothing at all.
We would strike everything you've done and process you as a POW. You were in a war. You were on assignment. We could even extradite you to the Samaran People's Republic.
A degenerate worker state. Goat shit. No, thank you. I'm Revacholian. My days are short. I will rot away here, in a moral intern cell. I will not testify to anything.
He coughs. But you did do it.
I saw it happen, and I liked it. That's all I have to say. I didn't live and fight for 40 years to end up as a collaborationist. I've heard it on Channel 8, 40 AM, Radio Revachol, late night. Everyone is a blobber in this world.
Secret
Everyone
task
betrays
complete.
everyone. They're all already locked up for betrayal. The best ones, the ones with heart, were slaughtered, trampled.
He looks to the city.
The same old freezing hatred. There is plenty here to work with once he's in custody, and the lieutenant knows it. He gives you a little nod to proceed.
Glad we talked about what?
Okay, I guess we're arresting.
But you said I would be taken to the...
The old man's eyes fill with sudden, unexpected terror at the words. Why?
This terror is the sum of all the uncontrollable movements and mood swings he's been exhibiting. The wind picks up. The silence on the water is broken all around you. Little shivers of waves appear. The lieutenant continues, like an incantation.
Your Wayfarer rights have been suspended. Information provided to the officers on the scene will be used against you by the prosecution. You will be given legal counsel within 1 week and must face court in 44 days. Do you understand? Do you understand?
But...
Kim, he's afraid.
No, I don't want to. I have to stay here.
He looks at the reeds, eyes submerged in growing terror.
He's not afraid of jail. He's afraid of something else.
I'm so compelled. Well...
Like parting from a loved one.
Your confirmation is not required, sir. Now on to the boat.
First say, does it have room for 3?
Not really. We could escort him to the pier, then either one of us can take him inland while the other stays here, but...
There's something you're not getting here that he's realizing.
But what?
Who watches over him there while I come back for you?
Lillian. You could ask her, maybe.
Maybe I can ask that net picker to watch him? Wait, what? What is this?
This is no harmless old man.
The lieutenant shakes his head.
This fucking world. This world. What is this?
You thought you heard something, but it's just
I
the
didn't
reeds.
think we were gonna make that one.
Maybe we could all fit in there.
We could all fit in the little boat.
Actually, no.
He scratches his head. This feels important. I don't want him to get hurt. I don't. I don't want to die. You have the gun. If he gets to up to any wacky hijinks, you could probably handle it. You could come back for me once you've taken him to the prisoners.
No, it would take a whole day on this island. You go and transport the prisoner. I'll be here. I can escort him to the pier with you.
Okay.
This world? What are you talking about? Is this us?
Your skin is crawling suddenly.
What's going on? What's happening? What the fuck? It's real? The Insulindian Phasmid?
A delicate tangle of arms and legs unfolds from the reeds.
That's crazy! What is going?
To then just stand there, moving its scythe-like arms in ghostly silence.
What is that?
What are you talking about?
The old man looks at the reeds, then at you. The giant stick insect!
There's nothing there.
He looks confused.
The stick insect is over 3 meters tall. It looks straight at you with its tiny pinprick eyes and its grotesquely small head. You feel your legs shaking under you and your gun hand move to your holster, but you don't have a gun.
There is, I see it!
Tell me what you see, damn it.
Kim, can you see?
I can see it.
Wow!
4 simple words, thank God.
Then
If you can see,
huh?
then you're not insane. But that means it's really there, spinning slowly, in absolute silence, its limbs long and slender.
Be very, very careful.
The lieutenant whispers, then takes a step toward the giant arthropod. What the fuck, dude?
The creature stands on long stilt-like legs.
This is
antennae
crazy!
hanging from its head like a woman's
It was
hair,
never gonna fit in that trap,
white
it's
and
huge.
curled at the tips. It is no more than 5 steps away from you. Reed-like tufts stick out of its joints. As the insect moves its forearms, it produces a faint hiss, like a reel-to-reel machine spinning after the tape breaks.
This is the Insulindian Phasmid.
It is.
The lieutenant whispers behind you. You hear the familiar ring of his jacket unzipping, slowly, painstakingly so.
You glance over your shoulder. The lieutenant holds a piece of milled
So good
aluminium.
photo.
He begins to pull it open, extremely carefully. It's the camera.
Are you sure you won't scare it off?
We need a photo. No one will believe us.
He continues to pull the lens open.
From the corner of your eye, you see a sudden cascade of motion ripple through the Phasmid's limbs. A series of ultrasonic clicks fills your ear. I am not palatable. Do not eat me. I am afraid.
It's afraid. Stop now.
I won't be one of those fools who didn't take a picture.
He has stopped fiddling with the camera but does not put it down.
You see the Phasmid turn to him, its mandible antennae reaching out. Its motions are quick, sudden.
I have the pheromone. I can approach
I
it.
don't think the pheromone will do anything.
His whisper turns to a skeptical hiss, but he has stopped now.
The spindly mechanism turns itself back to you, its antennae taking their measure of the air. Slowly.
Say something to it quietly, something like, "Don't be afraid."
Nothing changes in the cyclical brain
The
motion of the creature's limbs. They are porcelain white on the inside.
Okay.
And reed colored on the out. Beige, light brown, and striped. You are unsure if it is scared or not.
We can't just leave it standing there. We have to do something, detective. It could be connected somehow even.
You've never seen him get this excited. His voice is almost trembling.
Ah, I'm so scared. Oh my god.
Slowly, with your held. You take 2 small steps toward the phasmid. The creature lets out a series of ultrasonic clicks that swarm around your head like swallows. Like laughter, a sort of happiness.
Aww.
Sweat drips from your brow, soaking your chest. You reek of it, your chemicals. Hissing and clicking, it extends its mandible-like antennae to greet you. You're right below it now, looking up at the colossal chitin of its white limbs. The head of the creature
Holy
is
shit,
crowned
I
by
know!
wings, and its
Wow!
eyes are like small droplets of water.
Raise your hands
The
slowly.
insect stops its stridulation, seeming to observe you. Below its crown of reeds, little pinprick eyes detect motion, glittering. The world stands still around you. No, stop. Be afraid.
Raise your other hand too.
As you do, the invertebrate comes to life, its limbs moving independent of each other, as if each has a mind of its own. They are white, like stalks of porcelain, knitting above you.
Hello?
No reply. A total ancient silence comes from its mouth,
I
along
cannot
with what appears to
fucking
be some
believe
kind of
this.
foam.
That's so
The
crazy.
stridulations of its limbs continue all around you.
Stand on your tiptoes and look more closely.
You were right. Little bubbles form on the mouth parts of the creature, on its segmented lower lip. It looks to be foaming, slowly. The foam is white, then yellowish.
Kim, it's foaming!
Careful. It may be poisonous.
The lieutenant watches you
The
apprehensively.
foam slowly turns a darker shade, like burnt caramel, as the insect moves its
Okay,
mouth
Kim, take the
upwards.
picture!
Okay.
With a slow ring of metal, the lieutenant slides the lens open and raises it to eye level.
There is no change in the insect's motion while it's being aimed by the camera. It remains fixated on you.
In 3. If it moves, you jump back. I'll shoot. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
The shrill flash of the camera cuts the air like the blade of a sword. The phasmid freezes in its bright light. Head turned toward the lieutenant, hypnotized by the flash. It stands frozen before you. The sweat on your arms feels cold as ice, as if you're frozen as well.
We got the picture,
by
hell
symbol
yeah!
of this great
Oh my
statue of
god!
Titan's marble.
I got it.
You hear the lieutenant whisper as the creature's shape develops onto photo paper in his hand. A polychrome ghost of white streaks against the reeds in the sky, and you as a shadow before it.
For all time.
Carefully pet its scythe-like arm.
The limb before you is incredibly light, like eggshell. It's much lighter than a reed. You feel a soft push could tip the creature over. Its hollow exoskeleton collapsing. It's about to move. You can sense it.
Higher? Why would I do that?
A small shudder passes the creature's arm. High above you, its black pearl eyes still glisten, mesmerized by the light passing its nervous system.
Slowly reach out and touch the creature's whisker.
The antennae hang from a great height. With your hand shaking, you barely touch the tip of the left whisker. On contact, the chitin curls into a spiral, like the tip of a poison ivy. Its touch on your fingertip feels cold, ticklish. The sensation is electrifying.
Wow, I thought it was gonna harm us, to be honest with you.
Be careful, detective. It's moving.
We got it.
Another shudder pulses through the creature's limbs. It jolts back to life, like a record continuing where it left off, in a swaying, praying motion. Even the small
We
black
pet it,
pearls
yeah!
of its eyes do
So
not stray from you.
true! What are you doing?
I exist.
Whoa. I exist
Tell me
too.
what it's like for you.
Wonder bar? Fire burning?
Fire? Where?
Inside.
I do not have fire inside me.
What kind of dog is that? It's our
There's
our
nothing
Reed
left
dog.
but limp, like sap from a one palm. Now, I will tell you what it's like for me. For me, it is a series of half-lit images, a kind of darkness, being intruded upon, transient, dim, moist.
Intruded upon by what?
Shapes of plants and animals.
Chihuahua.
An internal
It's
sensation.
a fucked up chihuahua.
A swarm of sounds. Tiny vibrations on the inside of my forearms. All speak of complexities totally beyond my understanding. I am at the end of a narrow funnel. Weightless. So light, it only feels like something to be me. In truth, perhaps I'm nothing. I certainly do not have a soul. And if I did, it would never burn.
What the fuck is happening to me right now?
I don't know. You're just a shadow for me. Far away, faintly transmitting. But for a curious mouth,
I'm glad to be me. An incredibly sensitive instrument.
few of us can begin to imagine the horror of you. With all of creation reflected in your forebrain. It must be like the highest of hells, a kaleidoscope of fire and rotting glass.
Crack.
Eternal
What the
damnation.
fuck is going on?
Even when you're sleepy, and when you wake, you carry it around on your neck, with eyes open that cannot help but swallow more behind the mirror. I feel great, mute empathy for you.
It was disorienting at first, but I'm keeping my shit together.
That must be incredibly hard. The Arthropods are in silent and meaningless awe of you. Know that we're watching. When you're tired, when the vision spins out of control, the insects will be looking on, rooting for you. And when you fall, we will come to raise you up. But from you,
I didn't want to
better
interrupt the
light.
discovery, but I feel like that
Thousands
guy's.
of
I
you
just
tearing
checked.
apart
We are so
inside
insane.
you, Leo.
He's. If you
In
check
honor of your
down at
vaccine.
the bottom,
But
right
not
where
me,
the bar is at,
because I'm
you can
just a
see him
leaflet.
rocking back and forth still. He's still there. I am a detective.
So am I. I was born to detect sucrose rewards and semiochemicals. What were you born to detect?
The killer.
He's in a bad state, deteriorating fast now. He thinks I am beneficial to him, but I am not. I only quicken his deterioration,
You're destroying him?
very slowly, and only because he won't go away. It is meant to keep them from noticing me, to interfere with the pictures in their heads. But he has looked at me for too long, and I am destroying him.
Wow. Loves to cross words. This is a dream. What's happening?
No, you're awake. I am real. Light is forming me. This is real.
Are you poisonous?
Yes, I do not have a starter display, so I use a neurodegenerative element to aid in camouflage. Do not worry. It is only destructive over long periods of time.
Okay, where does this... I guess I'm just gonna go through everything. I love talking to this guy. What the fuck? Where does this come from? All this around us, the world.
Not even the birds know that. Not even the water lily.
Then all we can do is beat our fists against it day after day with no answer.
You can also eat it. If it's a leaf, you can put it in your mouth. Yum yum.
Oh, I like
Or
him.
read.
So true. What exactly are you? Oh, so it's got banana radiation?
I am an unknown species of the order Phantasmodia, endemic to the Insulandia Isoma. For the last 350 years, I have hidden in plain sight, masquerading as the reeds, molting, cloning myself,
Yum yum.
unfolding at night
Yeah.
to play with trash bins and boys.
It may have unknown, dangerous biochemical characteristics that help it maintain its camouflage.
No one unnoticed by the first settlers and the land surveyors of the suzerain. Also, by the soldiers of the revolution and the officials of the occupation.
How old are you?
Even the Seminoles Islanders
Is there
who
only
came
one of
here
you?
First. but did not
I have so
stay.
many questions.
I have not
And they're
seen
not gonna let me ask any of the questions I want.
I have stayed hidden through 4 forms of government and 2 scientific revolutions until I was accidentally
Do
discovered
you just want
by
to eat
detective
leaves and play with
of the
this? I thought,
citizen
yeah,
militia
exactly.
in
The most
Revachol,
base character in this game so
district
far.
of Martinez, March 51.
That's us. That's insane. That's what the kid said. Yeah. Oh my god, so true. It wasn't him, it was this. That's insane.
No, you are. The moral of our encounter is, I am a relatively medium life form, while it is you who are a total extreme madness. A volatile senior nerve system, ominously new to the planet.
I love you, Insulindian Phasmid.
The Pale too came with you. No one remembers it before you. The Nidarians do not. The radially symmetrics do not. There is an almost unanimous agreement between the birds and the plants that you are going to destroy us all.
Wait, what is the pale?
It is a nervous shadow cast into the world by you, eating away at reality. A great, unnatural territory. Its advent coincides with the arrival of the human mind.
I don't have that kind of power.
You're a violent and irrepressible miracle. The vacuum of cosmos and the stars burning in it are afraid of you. Give me enough time, you will wipe us all out and replace us with nothing. Just by accident.
How?
We suspect it will be something like the oxygen holocaust that wiped out anaerobic life 2.6 billion years ago, when organisms first started breathing. Only much worse.
Worse how?
Everything your eyes touch goes back there, behind the nerve mirror. What if you blink? Are we still here? Please don't blink. What if he misplaces us all one day, or just forget?
I will be extra careful not to blink. Stick insect, don't worry.
Please be. Or one day, one of you will close your eyes and sigh, and open them to see that none of this ever existed.
Kim, am I having a violent epileptic seizure?
It doesn't look like that, no.
What does it look like?
You're just staring at it.
He whispers. Then I think I'm having a vision about the final fate of mankind.
Okay. Is it somehow related to the case?
I have totally tried something at the
I
case.
think you should back away from the unstudied species now.
Okay, I have to say goodbye now. I have no more thoughts. That was all.
No, there is one more.
No, there are no more thoughts. Of all the creatures I've met, you are the kindest. It's true. They were so nice.
Thank you. I also have one more thing to say to you. That woman, turn from the ruin. Turn and go forward. Do it for the working class.
What? I will try.
She was middle class. It doesn't take a 3-meter stick insect to tell you that.
Disengage slowly.
As you're turning away, the phasmid mirrors your movements, stepping on the water.
Wow.
The long limbs
Thana?
carrying its feather weight without breaking its surface.
I don't think so. I think it's maybe our wife? Ex-wife? Or... Oh, okay, yeah, it was our wife. She's asking us to forget our wife or, like, move on. So we can do it for the working class. That's my interpretation of it, at least. Nothing is real. Bye, Insulindian Phasmid. Wow. What a day.
And just like that, it's gone, skating away across the sea's calm mirror like a skipping stone, leaving nothing but circles on the water. And something under it, in the place it stood, bobbing there, among the reeds, a collection of items.
It's gone.
The lieutenant looks north with his hand raised to his brow. What's that in the reeds?
Looks like a nest of some sort. We should have a look.
It can walk on water?
Apparently, yes. Like a water strider. Only... I've never seen anything like that in my life.
What now?
What now?
The old man behind you repeats suddenly. He's put his hand into the ash. It's dirty.
In some kind of strange, semi-catatonic state.
What items did it leave? I don't
Our
know.
suspect is not looking so good. We need to check on him.
Oh, hey. Oh. Rifle, scope. The helmet. That's crazy. Phasma's gone. Check up on the deserter now. We'll come back. Water Strider mentioned!
What is it? What do you want from me? I can't go.
Sir, how could you not see the Phasmid?
See?
He stares at the reeds and falls silent.
Mr. Duras?
The man does not respond. He
Oh,
keeps
he's
staring.
dying right now, man. It's over.
And bulging
No
from
shot.
the slits. His gap-toothed mouth shaking, like an addict of some terrible substance.
Touch his shoulder gently.
The plastic cape feels coarse. A light shiver passes the man. Other than that, no reaction. He feels small and frail.
He's going into some kind of psychomotor immobility. The good news is, this solves our transportation problem, doesn't it, Mr. Duras?
The trembling mouth appears to sigh.
Between this and the broken tire he's used for a boat, I think it's safe to leave him here, while we go and get help. It will need to be medical first, I'm afraid.
What has happened? We found some things in the Phasmid's meadows.
He stares into the reeds. Your words don't stir anything in him. Perhaps you should...
Show him the storm.
Nothing. Just dull staring. Not even rage left, wherever he is. The last embers have gone out. The war is over.
If Kuno kicked it into the sea, as he said he did, Diab would put it back here. This makes sense. Mr. Duras could have picked it up. Or the Phasmid even. If it did, this is incredible.
Kim is like, wow, a critter, and I'm me too. Wow, I didn't think it was gonna be real.
I lost.
You lost it, Mr. Dross?
He turns his eyes to the reeds again, as he's done so
He was
many
addicted to what the
times.
Phasmid was doing. Is keeping
Beige
alive, but also
and
killing him.
white
That's crazy.
He lost the scope. Then it somehow made its way over there. With the help of a magpie Phasmid.
The lieutenant observes the lens sparkle in your hand.
This sight is a T9, Mr. Dross. Was it attached to the rifle when you made the shot?
Silence. Not even a sigh. You've gotten all you will out of this poor bee.
I'll let you
The
know rest
plastic
now.
cape flaps around his face in a gust of wind. His back is slouched and his mouth open. The strength has all gone out of him. Just frail old bones in a sack of tracksuit trousers and a windbreaker.
What has happened to this
Old
man?
age and shock.
I think it's the Phasmid.
Yes, the arrest and the appearance of the Phasmid.
No,
The
no.
combined stress. But you think it's something more than that, don't you?
Yeah.
There's much more. Remember what it said when it spoke.
You can see it's just the reads for him. Before, when I evaluated the state, he seemed strangely animated. Could it be there's something hormonal in his relationship to the Phasmid?
You mean pheromonal?
He seemed a little off for a man his age. Randy.
The scope? Knowing of her bruises? His disposition toward Miss Orania? I see what you mean.
He's been here for a long time. Who knows how much of it is in its company.
He did seem distressed when it finally came to arresting him. Like he didn't want to leave this place, and the insect maybe.
He looks at his notebook.
I have absolutely forgotten to take notes. I hope I remember all of this. This will be one hell of a report. Thank God we have the photo.
No one would believe you without it.
Hang tight.
We should think about getting back to the mainland. To get help. We'll be safe here. If we don't take too long.
Right, we won't. We'll be so fast. Did the Phasmid make him do it? That's crazy. What a theory. I don't think so. Sorry. Up. I forgot I have been shot. It's fine. Doesn't matter. Who cares? Nothing in life is real. Or matters. Fuck, how do I get back? Oh, okay, there's up. Fuck it, this way. Okay, so fast is not going very well for me. I think it was through here, wasn't it? That? Oh, okay, it's clickable. We came in through the door. So true. I'm so glad our nap didn't fuck us up at all. Can't believe I slept with this guy here, by the way. Like, that was kind of crazy. Isn't my, aren't my guys waiting for us? Like, that's what all the... There's a lot of implications.
ICM? This feels familiar somehow.
Finish that. What the hell are you on about?
The skiff is swaying on the waves by the dock.
Let's return to the mainland.
Let's. We are done here.
He says, adjusting his glasses as he looks out over the water.
The skiff
Oh,
rocks
never mind. We're gonna
gently
do it.
under your weight
That's fine.
as you get
I didn't
in.
want to do it anyway.
The ride back is uneventful and quiet.
So was the fucking first one, to be honest. But maybe that's just
Two
me.
men and a woman stand on the concrete square of a nameless village, looking at a small yellow boat as it draws closer. The sea is calm. You reach the jetty and climb out of the skiff.
Okay, medical attention. Where do we get that?
Look what the tide brought him.
Oh, fuck. Is that... I swear to God, that's blonde hair guy. Right? Right? Oh, says the man without sunglasses. Suddenly, suddenly his expression changes and he tilts his head.
Harry, you're bleeding all over the place. You're half dead.
Shut the fuck up.
Whatever this is, it is completely unimportant compared to what you've just seen.
Look at all this. There's a giant...
We're not forgetting about anything. Look at you.
He points at you with both hands. No one else seems bothered by the bleeding.
Bothered by it. Harry, you look
Has to
like
be
you
right.
need a fucking
It's
organ
definitely him.
transplant. Oh, fuck it. Let's not get into that.
Who are you people?
Hello, I'm Trent Heilerstein. I believe we've met on
Oh,
several
hey,
occasions.
it's the nerdy guy. Hey, nerdy guy.
I'm your goddamn partner, Jean Vicomar, and this is your special task force. Or what's left of it. Special Consultant Trent Heidelstein.
What?
Battle Officer Judith Minot.
Hi.
We've come to scrape what's left of you off the pavement.
Lieutenant Kim Kisuragi, Prison 57. We've just come from the island, where our investigation led us.
The scene is making even him feel as though he has to justify your actions.
We might need your help with something later.
He suddenly regaining his confidence. No, Kim's our brother. Exactly.
As if he recalled that he's in fact a decorated police lieutenant and not a naughty boy.
But this is clearly a departmental matter, so I'm going to leave you to discuss it among yourselves.
Way to feed me to the wolves.
It's good to meet you, Lieutenant Kitsuhagi.
She says warmly, flashing the lieutenant the tiniest of smiles. Am I supposed to have a gun here? Are they coming to kill us?
Ari, we want to help you. Trent, I believe this is where you come in?
I don't quite know what I'm doing here. I was asked to participate as an expert. I think I need to manage your expectations a little. I'm at best an enthusiast in cognitive science. My background is in something else entirely. I engage in neurology on a merely theoretical level. In fact, I should probably get going.
No, Trent, it's too late. You're part of this shit now. What have you got to say for yourself, shit kid?
What does he have to say for himself? He left you to catch the bullets.
You aren't the man with sunglasses. You don't even blind.
Guilty as charged. I heard you'd lost your mind and your memory. I wanted to see if it was true. And it was. Good work, Harry. You're insane now. There's one less person for me and everyone else to rely on.
He was too sarcastic for you to realize who he was.
Actually, I suspected something was off.
Did you? Or did you literally not recognize my face?
No.
We've been partners
Your
for how long,
blonde
Harry?
ass wig was crazy.
You don't remember.
Okay, bitch.
He's right. Don't start guessing. Now's not a good time.
So true. You're not the horse-faced woman. I won't say that. That's not very nice. How'd you know I was
The
here?
cafeteria manager you fucked over told us where you went.
Fucked over? Please! He fucked me over, and I will stand by that. I hate that stupid pussy bitch. And he's a bartender, by the way. I saved his establishment and he still betrays me? Okay, no. Turn to the face of the general direction of the whirling and yell, "Damn you, cafeteria manager! You betrayed me for the last time!"
Speaking of which, the giant aerograffito in front of his building, in red, government marked fuel. Did you do that?
I fucking hate that guy. Fuck you, Gart! It was this one junior delinquent.
I don't know. It had shit kid written all over it.
Duped again. Where have you been all this time? There's a mercenary tribunal.
God damn it, Harry.
He shifts his weight, crosses his arms, and looks you in the eye.
You told us to fuck off. You said we're cramping your style. Your detective god. Fuck everything. All we burn. Detect or die.
I said all those things? I'm not like that anymore.
Yes. You're sorry. You're the sorriest cop who ever lived. Nothing has changed, Harry. I've heard this repentant shit a million times over.
None of this is ringing any bells.
The bells aren't ringing because you have brain damage. Trant, this is where you come in. How bad is it?
Well, he doesn't have visible tremors, he talks without slurring, he can drive a boat, he's standing, reasoning. All good signs.
Okay, well, we
but
solved a murder. We're
complete
also very good at our
retrograde
job.
Amnesia, episodic and semantic.
Meaning, you forgot both who you are and the definitions of money, e-solar, hell, and so on.
As displayed in the station call, our interactions with him, and I don't want to be a snitch, but also mine with him before when Harry did not seem to know who I was. It's all very interesting.
Interesting?
Yes, interesting. I have my theories, but I would like to hear Harry's thoughts first. Harry, what do you think happened to you? Neurologically, psychologically, and why not socioeconomically?
So sad happened to me, I couldn't be me anymore. It was a defense mechanism. That's probably it. It has something to do with the anomaly in the church, a 2-millimeter hole in the world. That's crazy. Honestly, I thought it was the drinking. But I don't think I'm recovering. I'm gonna go 6. Something so sad happened to me that I couldn't be me anymore. It was a defense mechanism.
Psychotraumatic amnesia, Trant? I can go for that. Shit kid is a broken man. Always has been.
He is so annoying.
I know I am. But you know what? I keep my shit together. Also, I know a person can't wipe their own mind, however traumatic it gets. That doesn't happen. You're lying, or insane, or both.
I don't know.
But Detective Vigmer, he has blanked out before.
Okay, so instead of explaining to us and helping, you're just like, oh, something's wrong. And he, like, studied us from afar. So weird. I have?
Yes, a couple of times. After some of the more
Okay,
serious
shithead.
benders. One was after the 2 drunks case. The other when we looked into that mural.
Interesting. So at first he dipped his toes into it, prepared. That's where he would have gotten the idea, yes. Practice. And then he used alcohol to get there, so to speak.
What do you mean?
Well, here's my theory. What if this is an absolutely normal reaction to
I
the world
promise
we
you, I
live
don't
in?
say anything about it.
What if this is not a significant anomaly at all? Something to be explained, approached as a defect? Look at the sensory input here.
He gestures toward the scenery.
Look at the ruins, the neon. Listen to the radio, the multitudes, the people. Live here for 40 years. As a police detective, he's like a magnetic reader on the world tape, to borrow a known metaphor. Harry's been pushed flat against it. Total input. Hardwired to the free market. He just needed for it to end.
Okay, Trent, thank you. That's absolutely meaningless.
Thank
I'm
you.
glad
I was
we
thinking the
brought
same
you.
thing. I was like, what the fuck is he
Will
saying?
you or will you not be able to work in a major crimes unit?
I know,
Is
it's
he a
like,
cretin
oh,
now?
we are
I want to
busy.
know that.
He's not a cretin, and he is able to do work. If not in his previous leadership role, then as a line detective.
What now?
Now nothing. Now we're just going to stand here.
Really?
No, now we discuss that. What the fuck did you do to a motor carriage? Why is it there, Harry?
I crashed it. Can we move on? I've already done all this, man. I've been learning about myself. Shut the fuck up. Let's move on. I drove it into the ocean when I was drunk.
Ah, so refreshing. He just admits it. Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for destroying 45,000 real of police property that's coming out of everyone's payslip.
I'm fucking
It doesn't
busy.
matter. Your badge, Harry. Show me your badge.
I got my badge right here. Show it to them.
In a rush to demonstrate your badge, your eager fingers can't sustain a grip on the smooth plastic, and the badge slips out of
Just
your
let
hand.
it fall.
Patrol Officer Minnow picks it up and gives it back to you, slippery and cold.
He found it. It's his badge. I can confirm.
And your gun?
Well, I don't want to talk about that one. The man stares at you, unimpressed with the badge
As
finding.
if having your badge and gun are natural states, not achievements.
I may have pawned it. Anyway, it's gone
Yeah,
now.
I checked the local pawn shop. You saw the pawnbroker Revillier 9mm pistol to pay for booze.
And can we move on, please? I'm in the middle of solving a crime. What does it matter what I'm doing? I'm so mad. I'm not drunk. I haven't started drinking
So
yet.
you forgot to drink? I don't buy it. Why do you smell like a corpse?
I've been shot twice.
He's wounded. It's been a long week, and he's handled an actual corpse.
Thank you, Kim. Thank you. Maybe because of the pheromone. It's been a bit of a week. I'm sorry. I smell bad.
Of a week? You're drunk.
I'm
and you let a
not!
suspect
Oh.
escape, a certain Clasier, because you were too drunk to assess a flight risk.
I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
We've read the report, Sari. Lieutenant Kitsuragis. We know.
Know what? Okay, I got duped there. She pulled one on me. I let her go as an act of mercy. Honestly, that is what I did.
Oh, well, if you let her go, I'm not even gonna get into the other suspect who escaped. Another act of mercy.
For
Or the
us.
fact that you're Everclear's little peony now, doing I don't know what for him. That's small-time stuff. That's nothing. That's a humorous anecdote. Compared to the 9 people who were gunned down. The streets are literally red with blood, Harry. It was fucking massive.
And where were you? Okay?
He did everything he could. We did everything
Yes!
we could.
Yes!
The company hired
So
vetted mercenaries.
fucking true!
Lieutenant Dubois got between
Love
them and
him.
locals.
There was some solid case, yeah.
Here comes the cavalry.
He did so at considerable risk to his own life. He was shot, not once.
So
but twice.
true!
We stopped an execution, not a negotiation. The loss of life was minimal compared to what it could have been.
So true. Where the hell were you?
Don't make this harder for yourself.
He says in a lowered voice.
Thank you for the input, Lieutenant Kitsuragi.
I'm
didn't
I'm
mean to
angry,
suggest
though.
You didn't handle the situation.
He brushes a stray strand of hair out of his eye and coughs.
You've spent the week with him on this case. What is your take?
On the case?
On Lieutenant Geoffretor Dubois.
Well, the drinking, the gun losing, also losing the badge. That's all true. Although he has not been drinking on the job this week.
See?
1 week.
Then there's the self-flagellation issue. He likes to apologize profusely, making it sound like he's guilty of at least first-degree murder. It's not a good communication strategy for an officer. It's worrying, especially considering his political views. Detective Dubois is, as you may know, a Mazovian socio-economist. He wants to liquidate the ruling class, which, again, for a police officer, is a little odd.
You should yell something.
I'm a policeman on the stage again. That's not a good idea.
Yes, let's let the big boys talk.
Okay, thanks, Rhetoric.
And then there's the motor carriage in the sea, something I was not present for. But despite all this, he is a great detective.
Thanks,
One
Kim!
of the best I have seen, in fact.
Exactly!
He can talk human beings into telling him anything, and he doesn't stop. In all the time I've spent with him, He
We
has
should
not
hang
once
out
stopped working on the case.
on the swings
He
again.
is tireless, madly driven. Well, except that one time when he stopped to sing karaoke, which, by the way, was a valiant effort. He really sang his heart out.
So true, I did! Cause I cheated!
Yeah, it was what it was.
Other than that one time, he has tirelessly worked on the case, and he solved it. We have a confession, a murder weapon, and the perpetrator.
Yes!
Locked on the island right now, awaiting transportation. He apprehended a revolutionary brigade who stayed hidden for 50 years, ever since the revolution.
Kim,
Who's
you wanna go?
probably committed
Yes,
other
exactly!
murders for those
So
years.
true! Let's do that.
Oh, and he also discovered a new species.
A new species?
Yes!
A colossal stick insect. It was on the island, camouflaged as a reed. It unfolded from the reeds. I think we may be dealing with the Insulindian phasmid.
He takes out the photo of the phasmid and shows it to the officers across the yard. The wind blows, flapping the glossy rectangle in his hand.
As you can see, it's about 3 meters tall. In fact, we think it may be the largest land invertebrate ever discovered.
Say nothing.
Fucking hell is that? Is this somehow connected to the case?
Detective?
Yes, I believe the pheromone it emits may be responsible for the killer's mental
The
degradation.
old man was not aware of the phasmid's
Do not show them.
presence.
It's too late.
Exhibiting
He already
a
showed them.
strange,
It's fine.
atypical dementia. He fell into a
I
stupor.
need
after
to
its
get him
appearance.
back somehow, though.
He became near catatonic.
So it is connected.
Yeah, because I'm really good at my job. Yeah. Silent.
I must say, this is absolutely extraordinary. I don't even have words for it.
Yes, it really does make it hard to fire the drunk.
His tired eyes follow the photo as the lieutenant puts it away.
This is a very, very sad man who has just seen something that's made him forget his sadness. Now you make your case. Now is the time. Now or never.
And we got to pet it too, so true. The killer, we have a strong motive for him.
Lilianovich. A revolutionary matronym.
A revolutionary matronym? I don't have time for this. Straight to the motive, please.
Of course, excuse me, I just thought it was noteworthy.
It's not. Shut the fuck up! I hate stress. That's possible. Starting to hoping to start a war between the company and the union, probably.
And it worked? He got a war going?
Yeah, generally.
Yes, until we stopped it. He saw the mercenary as an ennemi combattant. There's plenty for prosecution to pick from, as far as motive is concerned. Also, we have a sniper's nest with full view of the room in which the mercenary died, right on the island, and 2 officers on the scene that Mr. Dross confessed to.
It's a clean win.
It's way more than that.
It's more than that. A perfect folding mechanism like the phasmid. It's my masterpiece. They'll teach this in cop school. I did all I could. Every second was a struggle.
I've never doubted you can pull yourself together and work. In bouts. Bouts don't last. I can still smell the booze on the wind.
There's also a dead man on the boardwalk, a missing person I found.
Yes. Fallen through a gap in a boardwalk. Drunk.
How did you know I found him?
The body was transported to Precinct 41, our morgue. I had Tilbrook and Mullins take care of funeral arrangements and family stuff.
You're not the only cop in the world, Harry. This all comes back to us.
Still, good work with the missing person, Detective.
Thank you, Queen.
It's still a point for you. No denying it.
Exactly, Authority. The previous head of the Debarters Union was assassinated by our
This
killer.
is a conversation for when we are no longer out in the open. In Martinez, where Everard and Edgar Clare have ears everywhere.
The lieutenant lowers his voice just a little.
Understood, of course.
But a case against Everard would be big.
I would prefer not to partake in anything union-related, for political neutrality.
He is so annoying. So what do you say? I want to take this hot shit back?
I don't want to, but you discovered a new species. and solve the matter.
He shrugs.
So I have to. Jude?
Anything that ends the trial is okay with me.
A quick nod.
You haven't been drinking, she thinks. So, maybe this time.
Agreed. The public relations potential of this is too valuable to let go.
Okay. We have vehicles in the square, and the perpetrator needs to be taken into custody. Let's go.
So true.
Now you will finally get to know who you are.
Wait, I have a few questions before I go about who I am.
The man looks westward, impatiently.
Oh, who am I?
Who are you? You're a gym teacher, Harry.
What?
Well, obviously you're not a gym teacher anymore, but...
But before.
Before you were a cop, you were a gym teacher in Coron. It's getting really cold outside. Should we maybe...
That does explain a lot.
Harry, it explains everything. The running around, the jumping, the bicep girth, your inexplicable facial hair.
The collection of found sportswear I've amassed!
Some of your more old-school wording choices. Your posture, even. The constant stretches.
He's so fucking funny!
Incredible stamina output.
We do talk about how I run a lot.
Also, this guy. Just everything about this guy.
So true physical instrument. How much do we care?
I knew it. I knew no normal human being can run like that. He's an honest-to-God gym teacher.
Okay, the only one I care about... Okay, I actually care about two things. The Phasmin. I need to tell Lena about this ASAP.
Lena?
A cryptozoologist who lives in Jamrock. She told me about this Phasmin.
Well, good luck finding her once we get back.
She and her husband were conducting the search for the Phasmid. It's their discovery, in part. I'm sure we'll find them.
I hope
they
so.
should know as soon as possible. It would do you good to deliver some positive news.
No
for a
fucking
change.
kidding. God damn.
She is going to be over the moon.
So true.
Watch out, or she'll faint.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi, what will you do now?
Well, first I will go back to my station and write the most detailed report anyone has ever seen. It will have to be good to cover all these. Then I will have a serious talk with my captain.
About what?
Detective, we just stopped a small-scale war. Something is happening to Revachol.
He pulls up his collar and looks around, the cold spring light reflected in the lenses of his glasses.
I don't know what yet, but it's going to be a hard spring for the RCM. We need to get ready, infiltrate, investigate.
Distant traffic. A scrap of newspaper drifts by, carried by the wind.
Do you not come with me? Want to do that at Station 41?
Talk to Captain Price? I'd rather not ruffle the feathers of two captains with my doom-mongering.
No, I meant investigate. Come work in Precinct 41.
Work with Price? I'm flattered, but I don't know if I...
Would fit in. Am crazy enough. Can take the stress. He doesn't know how to finish the sentence.
You want to come in and get married so bad.
This truly came as a surprise to him. Not a bad one, but he's at a loss.
Flattered? You're Lieutenant Kitsuragi. We would be flattered if you even considered.
I would have to tie things up in GRIH first. But, I mean, whatever is coming, Jamrock will be more central to it than the harbor.
The lieutenant turns... Please. Lieutenant Kitsuragi, can I riz you up? please. The lieutenant turns very serious all of a sudden.
And we also have a huge caseload, Lieutenant. Piles that we need to get back to. Mountains, even.
I do like the sound of that.
He returns her smile.
He's really considering it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm ready. Let's go.
Good.
Oh! She looks at you, then Vic Mare.
Fuck it, let's go. Trump brought his motor carriage. It's a 20-minute drive to Jamrock.
Under the afternoon sky, the great district hums. A chessboard of wooden houses, 80,000 living souls, and chimney stacks. Fire traps as far as the eye can see. From Main Street to Precinct 41, to Boogie Street, forking into the snow-swept horizon. You close your eyes and hear the dogs bark. A lone woman sits by a factory window, dreaming of meteorite strikes. On Rue de Saint-Jérôme, a square bullet slides into a square-shaped chamber. In Old South, a man without eyelids smiles. Spring has come. It's time. Torsen? Yes. McLean? Yes. Heidelstein? No. Vicmere? Yes. Dubois? Of course. Really? Nick Gottlieb looks up from the list. I hear he's unstable. You say that like it's a bad thing. Captain Potomac Price gestures with a ballpoint pen. It's dim in his office, and the curtains are drawn. Harry's our man. He'll pull through. When he does, he'll side with the people. Understood. Gottlieb returns to the list. Minnow? Of course.
Wonderful. Then can we please just go back to Jamrock now?
Aww. Are we gonna do like a gay ex, like, we just broke up kind of thing? Oh, they're friends, even though he was an asshole most of the time. That's probably just how they talk to each other. Because they are... Spike! Don't you? Kind of wife-coded. What? Oh! That was crazy. What a good fucking game! What the hell? I know I was a little hard on it at first, and it was a little slow moving, and I'm not super like... I'm not a super huge fan of when things are slow moving, but... Wow, the Insulinian Phasmid being real? We got to talk to her. Love her, by the way. Girl moment. It was awful first. It was weird. It was a huge drag. I was like, wow, this is awful. Me too. I thought it was gonna fucking suck the whole time. Cause like for the first few, for the first like 2 or 3 streams, I was like, fuck, let's just get through this game already, and it took fucking forever, so. Also I didn't expect to finish it tonight. Which is not good for me. I had so much to do, and it was not pick another game. Pick another game was not on the fucking list. Oh no! Cause then you have to make a poster. Ugh. Whatever. But I feel like there's so many loose ends. Okay, but I need an after credit stream of sending them on a deleted. She needs it all. So true. Also, that conversation at the end, I was like, we need to give this fucking guy some, like, medical attention or whatever. I am, like, lightly disappointed that the murderer wasn't someone we knew already. Like, it was kind of annoying that it was, oh, secret communist in the fucking... Like, you were never gonna get... You know what I mean? Because, like, I had a feeling it wasn't any of the people that we talked to or whatever. God damn, the game is loud suddenly. Shh. Be fucking quiet. It did feel like we just left him there. But, and the fact that I was like, no, mercenary guys. It's a secret third guy. Oh my god, the fact that he voiced, both Kuno and Jean is crazy. Lena? Wait, who? Pit Epsler? Who the hell is that? I must have missed so much. Fuck the world. Cause I didn't talk to, I didn't finish the church thing. Or whatever. Hate you. Scab. Probably a migrant. Oh yeah, the library. Loved that part. Kuno again. Gary the Crypto... Hi, Gary the Crypto Fascist. Oh man, we didn't find out what was up with him at all either. It makes me want to play the game again. But I won't because I'm really bad. Slash motorcycles. Because I'm really bad at playing things more than once. I'll pick it up and I'm like, yes, let's play again. It was so fun the first time. Let's go for another round. And then I'll play for like an hour or two and then I stop because I don't know how to make time to play video games. I love playing games. But then I'm like, you want to know what else you could do though? Draw. You know that thing you do literally every fucking day? You should do that instead. But you can. It's so true. And you should. But wow, I really didn't expect to finish it tonight. That's crazy. She's definitely going up there. I was a little concerned that it was gonna be shit. But it wasn't. It was really good. I feel bad for like skipping the credits, but we're going through the Chinese stuff, which we watched it in English, or you watched it in English. I played it in English. I'm gonna look for someone to raid, probably. Is it new week or old week? It's old week. Don't answer that. It's old week. Who the hell is this? Oh, what the fuck? I don't know this guy. We have not raided into them before. Oh my god, just like us for real. Oh, they're like duoing or some shit. Anyway, we'll raid into Galactic Tragedy. They're redoing characters just like us, which I am going to need to reorient a little bit because it's the way I had done it before. I don't know. I didn't go very quickly. I think I need to be looser with it or something. I'm not super sure. I don't know. I don't know. It's a big project and I need to figure out how to chunk it up better. You know what I mean? So I can not bite off more than I can chew at any one point. Because this project as a whole is already biting off more than I can chew. So figuring out how to make it not that way would be good. Wow, these credits are so fucking long, and I also never closed, Spotify, which means music was playing the whole time. Shout out. Okay, well, now that we're done, hold on, let me pull up my, my game list while we're sitting here watching the credits. You guys are watching the credits, I'm not watching shit. Sorry, credits. I'm kind of looking. So I have a list of games or whatever that I have already. And I also have games that I want to play but don't have. I just bought 3 Dragon Age games. I have all of the Mass Effects, I think, or at the very least 1. I've been sitting on Resident Evil 0 for a while. We could go back to that. You know what? Maybe that would be good. My computer's kind of a piece of shit. We can't pick a game that's too big. And I just bought like a bunch of like pretty decently sized games during the summer sale. I got Red Dead Redemption 2. No shot that that's playing on my fucking computer. No way, dude. Because the reason why we had so much trouble with Yakuza 0 in the beginning is because my computer couldn't handle it, and I realized that that was the case, like, way down the line. But I really barreled my way through that problem, as I do most problems. There's also the Walking Dead series. I have all 4 games for that. I have Little Nightmares. I have Inside, which are, I think, would be smaller games. Not super sure. We could play something on the Switch. Because I have Super Mario Sunshine. I have Super Mario 64 also. I have Kirby Forgotten World, or whatever the hell it's called. Forgotten Land. Cuphead, I guess. I played a little bit of it, but I never finished. But am I hearing a preference? Am I hearing a preference on next game? Is that a preference I spy? Okay, no. I absolutely the fuck do not want to continue. I like the idea of playing and then finishing, because then it'll be like a really significant. I like feeling good at video games. Who doesn't? You know what I mean? But it's definitely but it's definitely like something maybe I should consider doing in my own time. 'Cause if I do it in my own time, it's like I can be angry and step away whenever I want. Whereas if I step away on stream, I have to figure out something else to play, or the stream is abruptly over. Which doesn't bother me terribly. But anyway, credits are over. Playing through Forgotten World with my VS like a guy. So true. I don't think I had any trouble. Because I got through, I think, the first land. I'd probably reset it for stream, and it's been so long since I've played, I don't think it'll be, like, super fresh. So I'm not concerned about it being, like, annoying to play again. I remember the boss battle. I don't think I had too much trouble, but I do remember the first boss battle. Okay, yeah. Sounds like a preference. Sounds like we've locked in our next game. We need something lighter anyway. That shit was so heavy, man. And I definitely could have made it worse by asking more who am I questions, but I felt like we were kind of on the clock. I didn't realize the game was literally going to be over as soon as I ended the conversation, but whatever. That's on me. They did change the language, and I did notice that, but whatever. I got up to the last world and then stopped for some reason. Oh. Damn. Because I got to the beach land, which you'd think I'd be like, yes, beach land, let's fucking go. Instead, I was like, time to stop playing. I'm just really bad at playing on my Switch, because it's like, well, I'm also just bad at playing games. Let's be fucking honest. I just bitched for like 2 minutes about wanting to play games and then stopping. Because I only play for like an hour. Anyway. Beachland, yeah, it was kind of cute and silly there. I also the game just feels I'm not a huge fan of the style of Forgotten World, Forgotten Land, whatever. Mainly because it's got like that Blender 3D sheen to it. I like the pixel version of Kirby. I don't like 3D Kirby, I think. Cuz like even though technically there were like 3D elements of Epic Yarn, it was still 2D for the most part. This is a 3D game and I'm not a huge fan of that element of it. But I'm sure I can look past it because it was 60 fucking dollars that I will not be letting slide. Because I did buy it when it was new. So I love buying things when they're new and then never playing them. But anyway, I'll shut the fuck up now. I've held you hostage long enough. The game also held me hostage for a while. I was gonna stop at 10, but then the game kept going. And there was no opportunity to save. But anyway, I am going to drop you into Galactic Tragedies chat now, especially since they fucking got off the phone with their friend. I'm not a huge fan of art streams where there are multiple people talking. I think it's weird. Anyway, I will drop you there as a treat. I will see everybody. Oh shit, tomorrow. It's Saturday. I promise I won't cancel this time. I don't have any like glaring plans. So it's Fanfiction Friday. We could just end it on carpet. So true. We had to instead end the whole game. But the it's Fanfiction Friday but on Saturday. I have picked one. It's not gonna be the Obama one because the Obama one's kind of well written, so there's nothing to make fun of. So we're going back to our roots and we're reading Snowstorm Slaughter, which is by the same people who did Gord Vendome's Downward Spiral. Except instead of it being a downward spiral-esque thing, it's murder in Bulworth, which is it sounds hysterical. I literally cannot wait for bully characters to die. Like, why would you write that? They are kids. But whatever. I will see everybody tomorrow for that. Godspeed out there. I love you.